The defense held the Bobcats to just 3 points and capped the night with a pick six. Now it's the South Fork Bulldogs for the season opener. Vero hasn't played South Fork in over a decade, so this could be the start of renewing an old rivalry. Plenty of time before kickoff. The entire Christian FM team is here. Gary, Bobby, Ronnie, and Matt is standing by with our head coach, Lenny Jankowski, to talk about last week's win and keys for tonight. Take it, Matt.
Well, Coach Jay, we kick off the regular season tonight against South Fork. But before we get to tonight's game, I'd love to get your assessment of last week's kickoff classic against Boca, starting with the offense.
Yeah, the kickoff classic is always a unique game in that, you're never going to know a ton about your opponent. You have just really the previous year to go off of and maybe a little from the spring game. And so, we really just went into that game, the Boca game, with the idea that we wanted to execute and get lined up and play hard and all those things that you emphasized during the preseason. And I was, to sum it up, I was pleased. You're pleased with the end result, but I was also pleased with when I analyzed and sometimes overanalyze each individual play. But offensively speaking, I was pleased. You always want a drive to end in a score, and we struggled a little bit early in the first half with that. We got the opening kickoff, went down and scored, and did some different things, throughout that, whether it be, run the ball or throw it down the field or throw some screens and mix it up, play with some tempo. So we did a lot of that, and we ended up with some favorable results. And then a couple other drives in that first half we squandered for one reason or another, whether it be a penalty or a momentum shift or all the things that happen in a football game. So I think that every situation has value. We had some very good individual performances, though. I think a game like that, again, when you get an opportunity to watch it as a staff and go and review it and then try to impress your players, it really shows that it's a three-phase game. There were situations where we had field position, we took advantage of. Were situations where we didn't have great field position on the offensive side, and were at least able to drive the ball down and maybe flip the field and do some things. There were situations where and we'll get into the other two phases of the game later. But offensively, I was pleased. I was pleased with the quarterback play. I thought Tyler, Aronson had a really nice game. I think he's getting better and better each and every day. He's very talented as advertised. But he was able to put up some good numbers and threw for 270 plus yards and completed a bunch of passes and 2 touchdowns, took care of the football. We didn't have, knock on wood, we didn't have any turnovers, and that's always something that we preach and emphasize. And I think we distributed the ball very well. I think there were 10 different receivers that caught a pass, 6 different guys that had a rushing attempt, and 3 quarterbacks that threw passes. And I very pleased with the other 2 quarterbacks that came in. I think E.J. White, just a freshman, came in and scored 2 touchdowns and ran the offense well. And of course, Jake Whiteley, he was 6 of 7 in the game and distributed the ball and again just runs the offense very well. So I'm pleased with quarterback play. I think you talk about the other phases of the offense. I think it all starts and ends with that offensive line, and we continue to get all that figured out, and those guys are working really hard. I think they played well in the run game. I think they did well in the screen game, and I think the pass protection was very good. So pleased with the O-line, and then we mentioned the receivers and the backs, and so yeah, I think moving forward, there's always there's going to be a lot to clean up, and when you look at it, I think the improvement that we hope to see from last week to tonight, I hope that it's drastic. I mean, we're looking for improvements in all areas. Of course, we've got all the things that happen in a game that don't happen in practice. The speed of a game, finishing blocks, staying on things a little longer, quarterbacks trusting plays to develop, skill guys when they have the ball in their hands, finishing runs. And so all those things, just details. And, all in all, I think we're off to a good start and hope to get better tonight.
Without a doubt. Well, that's Coach Jankowski talking about the offensive effort of last week's game. We come back, we're going to have him break down that defensive effort. You're listening to Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
The mission of the Fighting Indian is excellence, teamwork, and consistency. The same holds true for the McCall Agency, Inc., a local independent agency and broker and 4th-generation resident of Vero Beach. To learn more about their insurance products and risk management, Christian FM supporter Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856, and their site is McCallAgencyInc.com, proudly serving the Treasure Coast since 1956.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Welcome back. Well, Coach Jay, last week, Vero took on Boca in the Kickoff Classic. We talked about the offense last segment. I'd like to get your assessment of what you and the coaches thought of the defensive effort from last week.
Oh, well, first and foremost, when you play a team that's regularly in the playoffs, and, it's going to be hard for me not to call these teams 8A schools with this reclassification. But, Boca's always played at the highest classification in our, classification from previous years. Now, of course, they're in the Metro and we're in the Suburban. But they're a regular in the playoffs and had some returning guys back. And to hold them to 3 points, I mean, that's still the goal and the object of the game. We're trying to get across that goal line on offense and trying to keep our opponent from getting across it on defense. So I think it starts there, and that's always going to be our goal. But when we talk as a defensive staff, there's just as there are on offense, there's areas for improvement. And there were several drives where they were extended by, again, some of those things that we talked on the offensive side of the ball. Some penalties, some that our opponent had something to do with, and some that they didn't. And so we've got to we've got to get all that cleaned up and got to get off the field. I think that's always a goal. We're an aggressive defense, and you're always going to emphasize tackling and being under control and staying ahead of the change. But we were really good on first down. That's a good start, and held them in favorable down and distance situations. But they probably, if you're looking at all the details of it, they converted more third downs than would like them to, had extended some drives, had some play or had some drives where they had a bunch of plays, and one of our goals is always going to be to have some 3 and outs. We didn't have that in this past game, so. Coach Mata does a great job with goals and goal sheets and allowing our players to have some things to strive for. So we've got plenty to strive for and plenty of ways to improve. But the thing that is encouraging when you're on one of those drives, like a 17-play drive, and you watch the effort of our defensive players from play 1 in that drive all the way to play 17, you're getting max effort. And when we're getting effort, we can live and deal with a lot of other things. And so that's a credit to, our leadership on our defense, with guys like Kesney Brown and Bucky Rojas and Keyshawn Campbell and those guys that are really, out there, have logged a lot of minutes, have a lot at stake, and have led this defense. And so I'm just proud of those guys, and I know that they're always looking to improve, and they're perfectionists, and they want to get better each and every week.
That's Coach Jay talking about last week's defensive effort. When we come back, it is senior night, so we're going to get Coach's thought on a few seniors. You're listening to Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods. Cap's Pizza and Pub, a proud sponsor of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM, serving Vero for over 35 years. Cap's offers Italian cuisine, including pizzas, strombolis, calzones, hot and cold subs, plus wings. A family-owned and operated business, John and his staff are happy to serve. Cap's Pizza and Pub, 725 27th Avenue Southwest, Vero Beach, 772-770-2277, or capspizzamenu.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Well, Matt Parrish, along with Coach Lenny Jankowski. Coach, it's senior night tonight here at the Citrus Bowl, and every team has certain players that fit certain roles. I'm going to call out a profession. You tell me who that most fits on your team. Let's start with stand-up comedian.
Oh, geez, they all think they're stand-up comedians. But you know what? There's a couple guys that really make me laugh. They're funny, and one is Keyshawn Campbell. He's got a really quick-witted and funny sense of humor, and he's always a lot of fun to talk to. I really enjoy talking to him, and he makes me laugh. And the other one that may catch people by surprise is Brock Thomas. He's a character. He's funny. I watch him in his everyday, his day to day, and it makes me laugh as well. I don't usually tell those guys that they make me laugh, but those guys are funny and they have a good time, and they're it rubs off at practice too. Everybody's having a good time and they make it happen. So those are the two that jump out at me.
Who would be the sheriff on the team?
The sheriff. I'm going to go Dalton Jordan. He's he's a 3-year starter on our O-line. He kind of, walks softly and carries a big stick, and he's a cool kid. And if I was going to vote the sheriff of the team, I'm going Dalton Jordan.
Well, Dalton definitely has the best mutton chops kicking on the team right now, which is pretty awesome. Coach, who would be the preacher on the team?
The preacher? Well, the guy that leads the team prayer, and he can handle this role. I'm going to go our nose guard Kesney Brown, our D tackle. He's a big team leader, and he can rally the troops however he needs to do it. And I think preaching could be in his repertoire for sure.
That's interesting you say that. I just met his dad the other night, who happens to be a preacher here in town. So yeah, definitely, Coach. Who could you see being a head football coach?
Oh, geez. The guy that jumps out at me, on our roster of seniors is Vandravius Jacobs. He's got a lot of football savvy. He's got a lot of football smarts. He, plays in all three phases of the game. We move him all over the place, and he's got a big-time football IQ, so I could see him being a head football coach someday.
Oh, Dre, giving the signals. I love it. Well, this one's a really important one, Coach. I want you to think about it because the next role, who could fill in or replace the play-by-play for the radio guy? Sorry, Paul.
Well, of course. I mean, it's going to be another Paul. I mean, he doesn't have a choice. He's got Paris as his last name, and whether he wants to or not, he's going to be on the radio someday. But Yeah, so that's the guy, Paul Paris. He's gonna, he can do a little bit of everything. So I'm sure he could do some sideline replay or be up in the booth or whatever you guys need him to do.
Coach, the rest of the seniors you got, we've got a pretty good amount of seniors, and they all look like just really good kids and leaders on the team.
Well, this is always a special night. We've got 23 seniors, and that number is a lot in some regard, but in years past, I think we've had a few more, but it's a special group. There's as we mentioned, they're a lot of fun to be around. I think that they've provided some stability, on this roster with their leadership and with the good young talent that we have. It's a great mix, and it surely makes practice a lot of fun to be at.
Well, it is senior night, so if you're not here, get here so you can see these young men come across with their families. It is a special night. That's Coach Lenny Jankowski. I'm Dr. Matt. We'll be right back with a look at tonight's opponent, South Fork. You listen to Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Christian FM is proud to welcome a new business coming soon to beautiful downtown Vero Beach, Downtown Dipper. Downtown Dipper is a step back in time to an old-school ice cream shop, serving 24 flavors of hand-scooped ice cream, a family-owned and operated ice cream shop. Downtown Dipper, opening soon. Thanks to Downtown Dipper for supporting Christian FM and the Fighting Indians.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest stone. Visit us at gcvero.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Well, Coach, tonight Vero takes on the Bulldogs of South Fork in the first regular season game. Let's start with that offense. What is the film show?
Well, Coach Blatch he's in his second year, so I think he's got his feet underneath him, and he's got his footprint on the program for sure. They're a multiple offense. They're going to get in a shotgun. I think if we were to ask him or do some kind of quiz session with Coach Blatch, that I think he's going to prefer to run the ball and do that. But they stay balanced. He's going to be in a shotgun a lot of the time, some two-back shotgun, and like I said, just mix it up and. I think they would prefer to probably control the ball a little longer and keep the possessions moving, But I would, if we're just asking about categories or what type of offense it is, I would say you'd have to categorize South Fork's offense as very multiple. They're going to be in a two-back, sometimes even a 21 personnel where there's two backs and a tight end. I like what they're doing. We've had a nice week of preparation. Our defensive staff, Coach Modden, and our staff have worked hard to prepare for what we've seen, but it hasn't been a lot. We've got the Kickoff Classic. They came out on top last week as well in their Kickoff Classic against John I. Leonard. So we have that film to go off of, and other than that, it's pretty much a crapshoot. So. We had, in addition to us, trying to get better as a defense and, get ourselves lined up, we had some formations that we had to get, familiar with according to what South Fork has shown. And hopefully we do that tonight, tackle a little bit better and try to limit that offense as best we could. Switching sides, what do we expect to see from the South Fork defense? They've shown an even front, a four-man front, and what I call one high safety. And so with that one high safety look, there's, coverage-wise, you're talking about, cover three and man-free and some things like that. So that's kind of how it'll end up looking, I think, unless they make some changes. And when teams play us or go against us, a lot of times those changes are made. But we'll be prepared for whatever it is. We get a lot of different looks in practice and try to, go through all that different stuff. But they tackle well. They're scrappy. They run to the football. I'm very impressed with their D line. I think that, and again, I don't have anything in writing from Coach Blatch, but I think if I were to ask him, what is one of the strengths of his team, where I'm guessing D line, because those guys get after the ball and play really hard. So we'll have our hands full, just trying to get them blocked and create some movement for sure. But I'm excited. We've had a good week of practice. We've had some interruptions with some weather, with some lightning and some things like that, which I try to impress our players with. That's always of huge value if we handle that the right way. Just because for whatever reasons, Friday nights have a tendency to do that to us from time to time. So, but I think we adjusted well to some of the different aggravating pieces of that go along with that in a weekly practice plan. But we got all of what we needed to in, and we're ready to go tonight.
As always, we appreciate you sitting down with us. We'll let you get to the players. It is senior night here at the Citrus Bowl. We'll be right back. You're listening to Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
A family business for 25 years, Total Golf Cart supports the Fighting Indians and their fans. They're the authorized club cart dealer and love to assist buyers to find the golf cart that best meets their needs. They offer both new and used club cars. And Total Golf Cart also has a full service department at 1140 South US 1 in Vero Beach or at TotalGolfCart.com.
HBS Glass is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians Athletics and Christian FM. Since 1973, HBS Glass has served homeowners, architects, and contractors in the Vero Beach area. HBS Glass offers hurricane impact windows and doors. HBS Glass, 722 3rd Place or hbsglass.com. Thanks to HBS Glass.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Welcome back as we continue to count down to kickoff. Season opener for the Fighting Indians tonight here at the Citrus Bowl and Billy Livings Field. Welcome inside our press box here. I'm Paul Tipton, and you're in our Joey's Downtown Dapper Barbershop booth here. Gary Paris, who's normally with me here on the side of this booth here, is down on the field, and we'll get to him in just a moment. Tonight it is senior night, and so all of the senior players are being honored, and it just so happens that Gary's grandson, Paul Paris, is part of that lineup tonight, so he wanted to be down there and join in all the festivities, so we thought we'd let him do that just this once, we'll let him do that. And so, GP, I know you're down there and you're listening. Last week, we had some question marks about, we had a new quarterback, we got some new skill guys. We knew that we had a secure wide receiver, verbal commit to FSU, and Vondravius Jacobs. But the question mark, Gary, was going to be who else was going to step up and take some of the pressure off of Dre. And I think we got some answers last week.
We sure did, Paul. We were looking to find out who was going to be that guy to take pressure, like you said, so they can't double team on our best receiver, Dre Jacobs. And that turns out to be Justin Woolard. Justin had a fantastic night catching the ball, running good routes. He was that piece of the puzzle that we were concerned, and he came up big last week in the game.
Well, we certainly did not miss Vondravius either, as he had a solid performance as well in that exhibition game.
He did, absolutely. I'll tell you what he does so well. We run screens. We can run anything we want to with him on the field. He is such a creative receiver. He works hard to get open. He does a great job of blocking when he needs to, but he loves to run those routes, and you might even see him on defense too. Jacobs is the real deal. He is a true Division I receiver.
Gary, we talk about this a lot with this offense. If you're going to play wide receiver, it's not just about catching the ball, but it is definitely about making sure you can block downfield, and do it legally so that you're not getting penalties and ultimately hurting the team. And that is a must if you're going to play that position.
Especially when you have so many talented receivers that we run screens with. Every receiver must block on this team. First responsibility is know the play. Second responsibility is if you're blocking, you must block. And then the third responsibility naturally is run route and catch the ball. And they've done a good job of doing that. I tell you, this staff, Mark Harris teaches those receivers very, very. They learn quick. They learn as they run it as fast as often as they can, and they're a very talented group of guys.
So if you block and you do it well, then you'll get rewarded with some passes coming your way. We saw another receiver. In fact, we saw 10 guys on last Friday night catch a ball, but one of them that had a really spectacular catch was Brock Thomas.
Brock Thomas did a great job. You know, he was the guy that's one of those. I coached him as a sophomore. Man, he caught the ball. He had great hands. His size was a little smaller at the time. He's filled out. He runs a beautiful route. He runs all kinds of good routes. He's that guy you plug in. Coach Harris can find ways to get him in the game to take pressure off when Woolard is having problems, or as Woolard needs a break. He can go into that slot. He can go into the other side of the field at Y and H. So he's a very talented, very versatile receiver.
Well, we've got more to talk about as we edge a little closer to the opening kickoff of the season opener here against South Fork tonight here at the Citrus Bowl. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about some offense and, that other side of the ball. We'll talk about the defense as well. It's countdown to kickoff here at your Christian FM.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
Ohana Water Systems is proud to partner with Christian FM. Hi, I'm Mikey, owner of Ohana Water Systems. We've created a technology that takes city and even well water and turn it into drinkable, pH-balanced, remineralized alkaline water throughout the entire house. Our system also protects the plumbing and appliances from hard water damage. No obligation consultations and water testing available. Online at ohanawatersystems.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Back as we continue to count down to kickoff. I'm Paul Tipton, and joined down on the field is Gary Parris. It's senior night. Gary is down there on the field as his grandson, who plays on the offensive line. Paul Parris is going to be a part of that senior night festivities, so he wanted to be down there to join in all the fun and enjoy those festivities. So we're allowing him to do that, and since we got the technology to allow him to be mobile, we thought I'd let him be down there for these couple of segments. So, Gary, we talked a lot about Woolard. We talked about Dre and some of those catches that they made, and Dre is definitely, last year with that hamstring, he had some problems. He couldn't fully compete like he wanted to. He's 100% healthy now, and boy, did we see him put on the show last week. What a catch he made early in the ball game.
He did. It was on a big situation for us, and I tell you what, he runs the screen so well, and he can make a catch. He can lay out. He dove for a first down catch on one pass. He laid out. He ran a screen pass that he caught, and nobody put a hand on him. If it had been two-hand touch, he would have still scored. And that's the kind of athlete he is. He has the ability to jump. He has the ability to read the coverages well. He's got quickness. He comes out of his breaks very, very fast. And that's the thing about, you think you may have got him covered, but you look and you're gone, boom, he's right by you. So that's talent on his part.
Justin Woolard, we talked about him in the last break about, his emergence, and he had a great performance last Friday night, almost 100 yards in receiving. And one of those plays, Gary, he's not just about catching those little slip screens. He can also get downfield.
He is. I tell you what, he ran a wheel route the other night for a big play. I mean, it was such a great throw by Aronson down to on a wheel route. He's wide open. He makes a fantastic catch. and he gets tripped up on a diving as a defender reached back and grabbed him. He tripped him up, or that would have been another touchdown for Willard. Willard gives you a lot of talent out there. He's only a sophomore. He's not very big, but he's fast. He runs great routes. He comes from his line of family, from his dad all the way down. They've had a bunch of good ball players, and so that's a plus for this Indian team. Only a sophomore again.
We've talked a lot about the offense. Let's change to the other side of that defense. They only gave up 3 points, and for the most part, they had a really spectacular performance through the course of that ball game. Got a chance to play a lot of guys, and including at near the end, Rivers with that pick 6.
How about this? I mean, how would you like to be Efren, and all of a sudden you get in the ball game, you're looking, you're playing your position, you read the coverage well, a little bit of a tip, boom, he catches it. And the exciting thing about it, I thought, oh my goodness, we got an interception. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. How about he runs it in for a touchdown all the way down? He's got a little bit of speed for a linebacker, and he showed it right there. So it gives you a little depth. It has a lot of fun. I'm sure he caught heck about that from everybody. Had fun with it.
Well, Brown had a spectacular performance up front on the anchor in that defensive line, and of course the linebackers with Campbell, Rojas, and Pollock. They had a great job. But then we saw the emergence, Gary, of some other names like Hendricks and Rivers. We talked about Josh Johnson. Had really solid performances last Friday.
That shows you the depth that this team has had, and it worked out all summer. That was a good game. It was a solid game. Boca Raton is not a bad team. It just ran into a team that's a little bit better than them right now at this stage of the game.
Well, that's going to do it for offense, defense, special teams. Didn't really have much to talk about last Friday night because there wasn't much going on other than a couple of kickoffs here and there. So otherwise, Gary, I think overall the team had a pretty good performance last week.
It did. It played with the special teams, like you said. They recovered a fumble on the special teams on a punt, hit the back leg of a recovery guy going downfield trying to as a recovery guy and bit his back of his leg, and Vero recovered it and got the ball, went in and scored a touchdown. So special teams was big and huge for us. Offense, again, you got Aronson, you had, and we didn't have Quincy last week. We kind of rested him. He had a little bang up, and so you saw other guys step in, and I'll tell you what. Tyler Aronson is the real deal. I mean, that young man is the deal.
Yeah, he is.
And that offensive line for Vero Beach did an outstanding job blocking. You got to be proud of the offensive line. So it all came together. Defense only gave up 3 points.
Well, that's true. And speaking of that offensive line, why don't you go enjoy the senior festivities with your grandson? How about that?
I am in line. I'm going to be excited, and I know his mom and dad are proud of him. So, and GT, you're listening. Have fun, enjoy it. I know you'd rather be here, and we give you a strong shout out. And I know you'd love to be here, but thank you for allowing me to fill in for you.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll come back. We'll check in with the guys that are down on the sideline as we get set for the season opener with South Fork here at the Citrus Bowl. We'll be back.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Christian FM is proud to welcome a new business coming soon to beautiful downtown Vero Beach, Downtown Dipper. Downtown Dipper is a step back in time to an old school ice cream shop, serving 24 flavors of hand-scooped ice cream, a family-owned and operated ice cream shop. Downtown Dipper, opening soon. Thanks to Downtown Dipper for supporting Christian FM and the Fighting Indians.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5880.
Well, welcome back here to the Citrus Bowl as we get set. The season opener is here. South Fork here tonight to take on the Fighting Indians. The Bulldogs won their exhibition game last week against John I. Leonard, 13-8. Coach Blatch has got his Bulldogs here ready to take on the Fighting Indians tonight in the season opener. The Fighting Indians have a very competitive schedule. In fact, next week, Palm Beach Gardens will be here for week 2 of high school football. It's going to be a great game. Make sure you join us here for that game. If you don't have your tickets, go to ticketspicket.com. You can get your tickets there for all of the games. There's still general admission seats left, and I believe from what Coach Jankowski told us last Tuesday on Coach's Corner that season tickets are still available as well. So if you want to see the remainder of the season, we've got 9 out of 11 games here at the Citrus Bowl. This is a good year to buy your tickets and be here for every Friday night under the lights. All right, let's check in with the guys down on the sideline and find out what's going on as we get set for tonight's match against South Fork. We start with the defense, and we turn to Ronnie Self. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Paul, it's good to be back again. We've got our normal wind out of the east-southeast blowing across the field, and field conditions are field's in still good shape. There's a lot of loose grass on the Vero sideline from about the 40 all the way into the end zone. But other than that, the field's in great condition. Look for Vero Beach tonight defensively to come out and play like they did in the second half the whole game, hopefully. Defensive front spend a lot of time working on their footwork and getting off blocks during the week of practice. Linebackers and cornerbacks, D-backs, they all worked on angles of tackles and recognition of plays. So a lot of fundamental work this week for Vero getting ready for tonight's game.
All right, Ronnie, thanks a lot. Of course, we're going to keep our eyes. I think the weather's going to bypass us here tonight. As we saw some storms way out in the west, it looks like it's going to skirt around us. At least that's what we're praying for tonight, so that we can get this ball game in. No delays. We just would love for everything to get started on time and finish on time as well. All right. Matt Paris is not with us tonight. He is off on assignment in Orlando, and so we've got Derek West here to cover the offense tonight. All right, Derek, what you got?
Well, good evening, Paul. What a beautiful night it is for some football. Looking forward to it. Had a talk with Coach Jankowski this morning, and he let me know that we have been as multiple on offense as at any time since he's been here, and that's a lot coming from Coach Jankowski. And what that means is that he can attack it at the first level and the second level and the third one side. The safeties covered them, and we were able to hit a lot of plays out of the backfield, kind of getting them in leverage situations. So I look for that tonight. I think for the viewers at home and for those in the stands that are listening, when you see Jacobs and when you see Woolard lined up on one side, look for us to come out on the other side of that and really make some plays right there one-on-one. I think that's important. Also, this is also a great defensive line that we're playing tonight. I feel like we're going to have to pull tonight to really have some success up the middle. I look forward to it. I think it's going to be good. But also getting Quincy Rogers under his feet and helping him to feel comfortable, kind of easing him into the situation and making some good blocks for him, but also just kind of getting his confidence up. I think those are going to be really 3 keys to the ball game tonight, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Derek, thanks so much for that. As we get set for tonight's season opener against South Fork, we'll see what that offense is going to do, and hopefully that defense is going to ratchet it up a little bit here tonight against those Bulldogs. We're going to step aside. Still ahead, we're going to get to know our Indians. We've got Women of the Fighting Indians coming your way as well, and the kickoff to this game is coming your way as well. It's Countdown to Kickoff here at your Christian FM.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Since 1980, the Village Beach Market has been that local store on the beach filled with friends that always has something for everyone. And we've been Fighting Indian fans for generations. From fresh baked goods to prepared foods to chef-inspired lunches and dinners, our slogan says it best, simply better. We're online at villagebeachmarket.com.
Molinari Pools is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. A family-owned and operated business, the Molinari family, longtime members of this community. Joel Molinari, a former Fighting Indian, loves serving the Treasure Coast residents from pool cleaning to repairs to pool remodeling. Molinari Pools. Love people, love pools. 772-778-2633 or molinaripools.com.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff on the Vero Nation Network. Time to get to know your Indians.
All right, welcome back as we continue to count down to kickoff. I'm with Kesney Brown, one of our defensive tackles. Kes, you're in your senior season here at Vero Beach High School. Man, can you believe it's already here?
Man, it's almost like we blinked and we already seniors getting ready to get up out of here. It went by real too fast.
The other night, you got your first action against another team in an exhibition game against Boca. What did that live game tell you about you as a player in that position?
It really just showed me that I'm able to step up to the plate, or I can be the player that my teammates, my coaches, my family expect me to be, and it just made me want to work harder to be even more of that player.
As a defensive unit, how do you assess your performance in that game?
Really just about my impact on the game. If I impacted the run game, impacted the quarterbacks, throwing lanes, making him get out the pocket, all that type of stuff.
So you led the team, I believe, in tackles. I think you had like half a dozen. You had a tackle for a loss. A lot of disruption going on there on that front line, man. That's a good performance.
Yes, sir. Got to give all glory to God. I thank God for my coaches and my family as well. Coach B is a great coach, made me the player I am today.
So we get set for our next game against South Fork, and I'm sure after watching film, you got a game plan. How do you feel about the team and getting ready for the game tonight?
I think really this whole week we just been really working on our discipline, and I think we just gonna come out and punch them in the mouth, play after play after play. No team can stay on the field with us. We always just beat up ourselves, but this game we're gonna come out a lot more disciplined than we did last week.
Okay, let's step aside from football for a moment and talk about downtime. You probably don't have a lot of it, but what do you like to do for fun?
Really, me personally, my fun and my therapy really comes from the weight room. If I'm not in the weight room lifting weights, training or something like that, I'm on the game with my friends, spending time with my family. I really love being with them, going on car rides, going on little trips that we take here and there whenever we get a chance to.
Looking down the road a little bit, let's just say if the playing career, comes to an end, what do you see for you as a career?
Really, I would like to get into real estate if that's something that God got for me, but my interim goal in life is I want to be able to start my own gym and train college, high school players, just get those guys better themselves.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, get back in the way, and it'll be your therapy at the same time, right?
Same time. I really would aspire to be like a Coach B was for me, so I can be that in somebody else's life.
Yeah, the old adage is if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, right?
Yes, sir. Exactly how it is.
Tell me about your family.
There's my mom, Tammy Broxton Brown, my dad, Kenny Brown, my sister, Kiani Brown, and my little niece, Amani. We spend a lot of time together. They support me to the maximum. Just throughout my whole career, they always been there for me. They had my back when nobody else did. They knew what I was capable of doing when nobody else thought I could do anything, and they always were there for me.
We got some interesting games on the schedule. Is there any particular game or games that you're looking at that you go, man, that's going to be a true test for us?
Previous history, TC had a good O-line. It's a little chatter about Palmetto's O-line. So I'm ready to just go against the best competition. I don't want to just be known, I did this against this team. I want to be known as I dominated every team and the best teams, best O-lines they have.
All right. Talking about post-high school career, if you got an opportunity to go to college and study, is there a particular school that kind of piques your interest?
That's a good question. But, I really just leave it up to God. And really, I would prefer to stay in Florida, though. My parents getting up in age, so I would like to stay close to them so they can come watch me play as much as they can.
All right, state colleges, you're hearing it. He wants to be in Florida, so, he's right here. Come get him. So, all right, my friend. Well, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you. Good luck to the rest of this season.
Thank you, sir. Always an opportunity and blessing to be on here talking with you.
All right, that's Kesney Brown, folks, one of our great Fighting Indians.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning.
They know how important it is to have a cooling system that can stand up to our Florida heat. Air Docs offers a full range of cooling and heating services, including repairs, tune-ups, and systems maintenance. Online at airdocsac.com and Facebook.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
Perkins Pharmacy in Vero Beach is glad to be a supporter of Christian FM and to help put Fighting Indians football on the radio. Owner Edwin Perkins and his staff are all big fans of the Fighting Indians, and they hope Coach Jankowski and the team have the right prescription for another winning season. Perkins Pharmacy is on State Road 60, right across the street from KFC. Their phone is 978-6470.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
It's countdown to kickoff. Now, here's Bobby Paris.
Welcome to Women of the Fighting Indians. This is Bobby Paris, and I have the privilege of interviewing the moms of our senior varsity players. After all, the moms have been doing this a long time, and they've helped these athletes reach this level of football. So kudos to our great moms. My guest this evening is the lovely Cherie Smith. She's the mom to Quincy Rogers, number 2, our running back for our Fighting Indians. 5'9", 170 pounds. And welcome, Cherie.
Hello.
Okay. Since this is about you, Cherie, tell us about yourself.
Well, I work at Somerset House. I'm an activities director there. I'm also an event planner, all-in-one event.
That's a little, remember that, all-in-one events.
And I also here from Vero Beach, Florida, born and raised.
And went to Sebastian High School, I think you said, and you ran track. So that's where some of that athleticism came from for Quincy. But you have another son, and I want you to tell me about your other children.
I have another son, Brian Primus Winston. He also is a grad from Vero Beach High School. And I have a lovely daughter, Centoya Primus. She works here local in Vero Beach at Public Supermarket.
And Brian was a football player for us. And did he go to the University of Kansas? Is that where you said, or where did he go?
He went to Kansas. It was in Coffmanville.
Okay. So 2 athletes, 2 football players. I remember interviewing you back in the day. Not that long ago, 2019. All righty. So you've got a lot of stuff going on. Where does Quincy, and I ask you this, get his athleticism?
He get a little from me. Like I said, I ran track, and then his father also played football high school.
So you were an athlete in school, obviously. You ran track. How long has Quincy been playing football, and does he have any interest in track?
He's been playing football since 7 years old. I've been trying to get him to run track, but yeah.
That's okay. The football takes up a lot, and we need his athleticism on the team. That's great. But he's not involved in any other sports.
No, just football.
And did you grow up in a football family?
No, we didn't. Actually, the boys came home one day from school with the letters, join football, flag football. And they was like, no, Mom, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, no, you need to get out the house. You need to do something. So I signed him up for flag football, him and his brother, Brian. And from there, they loved it.
See, that's all they needed. Just mama knows best. How is Quincy academically?
He's great. He got his head on his shoulders with that and making sure he stay on top of his work.
Okay, that is refreshing. And like you said, he's focused. I am a big proponent for student athlete, student being number 1. So it sounds like he's got it together. Cherie, if you had 3 or 4 priorities for your children, with number 1 being the most important, what would they be?
It'd be God, faith, and respect for others.
Oh, I think that's great. And just kindness. We need a kind world. We really do. And respect for each other. That's for sure. Cherie, you are one busy lady. You have a job. You have the other job that is your business, the event planner, and then you have family and home. So you're a busy lady, and you've got a lot of stuff going on with job and your own business, and then the kids and football season. And they cram everything in between August and December with homecoming and holidays, and it's just got to get it all done. So how do you keep it organized?
Well, good thing we have cell phones nowadays, but I still do the old way with the Post-it notes on the walls, the mirrors in the bathroom to keep myself organized and know what my first step and my next step is.
That's great. So the Post-its aren't for the kids, they're for you. So join me, Bobby Paris, at halftime for more of Women of Fighting Indians football.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
Air Docs of the Treasure Coast, cooling specialists, are Fighting Indians football supporters. They know how important it is to have a cooling system that can stand up to our Florida heat. Air Docs offers a full range of cooling and heating services, including repairs, tune-ups, and systems maintenance. Online at airdocsac.com and Facebook.
Jeremiah's Italian Ice loves our Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Jeremiah's offers over 40 flavors of Italian ice and 2 flavors of soft serve ice cream. The showcase of the menu is layering the two together for their gelati. Located off State Road 60 in the Marshalls Plaza, Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Live life to the coolest.
A family business for 25 years, Total Golf Cart supports the Fighting Indians and their fans. They're the authorized club card dealer and love to assist buyers to find the golf cart that best meets their needs. They offer both new and used club cars. And Total Golf Cart also has a full service department at 1140 South US 1 in Vero Beach or at totalgolfcart.com.
Ohana Water Systems is proud to partner with Christian FM. Hi, I'm Mikey, owner of Ohana Water Systems. We've created a technology that takes city and even well water and turn it into drinkable, pH-balanced, remineralized alkaline water throughout the entire house. Our system also protects the plumbing and appliances from hard water damage. No obligation consultations and water testing available. Online at ohanawatersystems.com.
Welcome back as we get set for tonight's season opener. The 2022 season is just about underway for your Vero Beach Fighting Indians. South Fork here in the house tonight. For your Fighting Indians, let's take a look at the starting lineups on offense. Up front, Benitez, Stevens, Backler, Paris, and Jordan. They'll be protecting Tyler Aronson. Last week, 22 of 32, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also carried the ball 5 times for 31 yards. In the backfield will be Jaquan Jean. We may see Quincy Rogers tonight. Been nursing a little bit of an injury. We'll see if he gets some playing time tonight. Of course, those skills out on the outside. You're going to be looking at Troy Smith, 6'1", junior at 180 pounds. Justin Woolard will be out there as well, 5'7", 150-pound sophomore. Nate Gwynn, 6'6", 221-pound senior. And Vontravius Jacobs, 6'1", 170-pound senior FSU commit. Caught 8 balls last week for 114 yards and a touchdown. Woolard right behind him with 8 catches, 99 yards and a touchdown. Brock Thomas had a couple of catches for 33 yards. Defensively, we will see up front, it will be Warren Perry, Kesney Brown, Gene Galbert. Bucky Rojas, Keyshawn Campbell, Kevin Pollock will play those linebacker positions, but you will see guys like Derek Williams and Elijah Anderson who will cheat up, maybe even Aiden Smith. On the corners, we'll see Ephraim White and along with Donquell Wesley. Cameron Perez most likely to get the start tonight in that safety position. So those are your impact players for tonight. On special teams, you'll see Cameron Perez doing the punting, and you'll see Jesse Lewis taking care of the extra points and any field goal tries. Cameron Perez most likely will be the kicker on the kickoffs. The Fighting Indians looking to take their first steps towards this season tonight against South Fork here at the Citrus Bowl. We got the coin flip about to take place along with the national anthem. We've got the opening kickoff coming your way right after this.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
HBS Glass is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians Athletics and Christian FM. Since 1973, HBS Glass has served homeowners, architects, and contractors in the Vero Beach area. HBS Glass offers hurricane impact windows and doors. HBS Glass, 722 3rd Place or hbsglass.com. Thanks to HBS Glass.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Perkins Pharmacy in Vero Beach is glad to be a supporter of Christian FM and to help put Fighting Indians football on the radio. Owner Edwin Perkins and his staff are all big fans of the Fighting Indians, and they hope Coach Jankowski and the team have the right prescription for another winning season. Perkins Pharmacy is on State Road 60, right across the street from KFC. Their phone is 978-6470.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest on. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
There's the snap for the punt. It's blocked. Going to be a scoop and score. Indians with the touchdown. Pass is going over the middle of the field. Wide open is Jacobs. He's got it. He's going in from 30. To the races, it is to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Score it, Gene.
This is Fighting Indians Football. Vero Nation Network and Christian FM Sports presents Fighting Indians Football with Matt Paris, Ronnie Self, Gary Paris, and Paul Tipton.
It's time to make it official. A 34-3 win with both offense and defense playing well. Now it's time to make it count and take the first step towards a championship run. The South Fork Bulldogs have not faced Vero in over a decade, and tonight could be the start of a renewed rivalry. Bulldogs, Indians, Friday Night Lights are on. It is game time. Hey, Vero Nation, Paul Tipton, and along with Gary Paris, we welcome you to Fighting Indians Football. Proud to bring you our 26th season of Indians football, and it's presented by the GNC Miracle Mile. The season is ready to get underway here. Vero Beach has won the toss. They have elected to receive to get this game underway, and the Indians tonight, it is a special theme, senior night, and it is whiteout night. The Indians wearing their special white helmets, white pants, and they got their red jerseys on. South Fork is wearing all white with red numbers and black helmets as we get set for this game to get underway. We thought we might see some rain here, but it looks like the weather's going to stay way out west and stay away from Indian River County, and we're very thankful for that as we can get this game underway. GP last week, exhibition game against Boca Raton. Good tune-up. Get set for tonight.
Absolutely. You got a chance to play everybody last week. You got a chance to rest some people that needed to be rested. And I tell you what, it was a great game for the offense, defense, and get ready for tonight's opening game. This is an exciting opportunity to play South Fork. We haven't played them in a couple years.
We're just waiting. The kicker is trying to get the ball up on the tee, and it keeps falling off.
Hey, it's not like the old tees like when you and I were playing ball. The tees now are different.
All right, looks like we've got it ready to go here. Clark getting ready to kick off. And whistle's going to stop this as I believe South Fork jumped off sides.
I don't think they were ready. I don't think the guy in the back, all the way a referee that's in the end zone, blew the whistle to get started. Now here's the sad thing. This guy's got to put the ball back on the tee.
Here we go again. Yeah. So
he was so excited he got the ball on the tee.
This first tee brought to you by. So Clark will try to get this reset here again for the Bulldogs as they get set to kick off. They'll be kicking off towards the west end of the stadium.
All right, he's got it and it falls off.
It kind of looks to me like where he's trying to tee it up is right there in a divot, too.
And they're trying to tee. They try to put it in the middle and put a little angle on it. That's not meant to be. That ball has got to go straight up. They got to reset the clock for him.
I mean, 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a delay here if they're not careful.
I don't think that's fair. I think
they've reset it.
Yeah, they got to reset it.
So they're going to get somebody to hold it.
Get rid
of the tee. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Yeah. There we go.
Vero Nation is ready for this game to get underway. And here we go as Clark boots it short to the middle. Caught at the 25 to the 30. And stopped at the 35-yard line. And that's where Vero Beach will start for the first possession of the night with Tyler Aronson leading the troops in the offensive unit out here on the field. Last week, he threw for 276 yards on 22 completions out of 32 passes, 2 touchdowns. Also ran the ball 5 times, got picked up 31 yards. Vandravius Jacobs had a big night, 8 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. In second place, it was Justin Wooler with 8 catches for 99 yards and a touchdown. So let's see what they dial up here on this first possession, starting from their own 35-yard line, where it's first down and 10, no score. Twin receivers on either side. And we've got Quincy Rogers getting the start here in the backfield. Good to see him back out on the field. Aronson waiting for the snap. Looking left, fires, trying to hit Woolard on a little bit of an out, and it goes incomplete. He led him just a tad far.
Well, I think, too, that you're running that route 3 to 5 yards. And I think that when you go down 4 or 5 yards, you kind of bend a little. That one was just a missed timing there. And I think the receiver, when he looks at it, he'll realize that was a good throw. Wasn't that bad a throw.
Second down. Again, same formation. Twins receivers on either side. Rogers set up this time to the left of Aronson. Aronson looking down the middle of the field, out of the pocket, looking for Rogers, and fires just a little too hard for Rogers to pull in, and it's third down and 10.
And that was great protection by the offensive line, Paul. They did a good job of giving him plenty of time. He had plenty of time. He just threw it a little too hard for Quincy on the side over there. You got that adrenaline flowing here early in the game.
Yeah, I talked to him last night. We were here for the freshman JV game. I asked him, what was it like getting out under the lights? He goes, it was awesome. He says, I haven't played in front of a crowd this size. So, the butterfly's got to be On the screen pass to Jacobs. Jacobs, boy, he just turned off. Late flag comes in. Jacobs gets close to the 40-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down marker. We check the penalty. It's going to go against Vero.
They're going to call that on a hold, and they'll decline it most likely. Or at least I would think you would. But then again,
I don't know. They know Coach Jay and his tendency to go for it on fourth down. Maybe you back them up a little bit.
Yeah, I personally would.
They're going to decline.
Yeah, I'd make them make a decision here.
Yeah.
So far, they've only had one good play, and that was in. That got tripped up. The penalty was on the same athlete that did a little holding last week. So he's got to get away from that.
Trips to the right side. Looking at a 4th down and 7. Play clock's inside 5.
They're going to delay game. They'll call timeout.
And Vero will take a timeout. So we'll step aside as well. There's no score. First possession of the night.
Since 1980, the Village Beach Market has been that local store on the beach filled with friends that always has something for everyone. And we've been Fighting Indian fans for generations. From fresh baked goods to prepared foods to chef-inspired lunches and dinners, our slogan says it best, simply better. We're online at villagebeachmarket.com.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Vero Beach out of the timeout is elected. They're going to punt this ball away. Perez back there deep, takes the snap, kicks it end over end. Takes a big bounce for Vero Beach, rolls inside the 20-yard line down to about the 18. All right, Gary, so Vero Beach on that first offensive possession. They go 3 and out.
Yeah, there was, I tell you what, good protection, good coverage on the second play. The first play, a little miscommunication or a little mistiming with the quarterback and the receiver. I'm sure Coach Jay will work that out. And then on that last play, they ran a little screen. Excuse me, give credit to the Bulldogs. They did a good job of reading it and making that play.
So the Bulldogs will start. I guess there was a penalty?
I think they said somebody touched it. And I think it was Efren may have been.
Oh, Ephraim White.
White may have been the one that reached out and touched that ball.
So they mark it at the 30-yard line instead of the 18. All right, single receiver on either side. Fritz at quarterback has a receiver in motion to the right side. It's going to be a handoff, right side, and met immediately. Aiden Smith comes up and makes a tackle.
I tell you what, that's a great job by Aiden Smith. There was a blitz from the right side that time. You saw the corner cheat up, and he blitzed from that outside, and he almost made the tackle too. So there's a pickup of a yard. Good job. They run what I call an eye offset. You run a quarterback in a shotgun formation. You got a back behind him, and sometimes they'll run that another halfback as an offset.
White and King starting corners tonight for Vero Beach. On second down, nowhere to go is Johnson on the carry, or Jefferson on the carry. A flag comes in. We'll check the penalty here, as it looked like a stuffed play for Vero Beach. Is this going to be a hold against the Bulldogs?
Yes, it will. And, take them back. They had a blitz again from this side with Efren coming in, getting in there, White. Efren White blitz. He's starting as the left corner for this defense right now. They've got a 3-3-5, looks like, type defense across the board right now.
Exactly. So I guess they're going to decline the penalty after the stuff play, and it's a 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 30 with no score here early in the first quarter. Single receiver either side. Fritz fakes the handoff, rollout, looking to throw, and could not connect with his target as he was looking for McDermott. So it's 4th down for the Bulldogs and the punt unit on the way out.
Good pressure that time from the backside. How about Matthew Bacon in the game does a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback, and the quarterback felt it, and it made that throw inerrant.
You know, Gary, that's the cool thing about this defense right now is they've got enough depth that it doesn't matter if you start or not. You're coming in pretty quick.
Absolutely. Anytime you make that quarterback throw offline what he wants to do by feeling pressure, you've done your job.
High snap. Flag's going to stop the play as it's a false start against the Bulldogs.
Tell you what, great hands by the punter.
Yeah.
That ball was snapped
Clark, man,
high.
that one-handed.
Yeah, Clark reached up there with one hand and grabbed that. But there was movement on the ball. So he's going to back him up 5 yards. Back for Vero Beach is Justin Woolard.
Yeah, or as Dre calls him, Little Woolard.
Little
Woolard. That's
yeah.
what he says, yeah. Almost a little tongue twister there. Little Woolard. Yeah.
That would be for me. I'll let you handle that.
Low snap, but Clark able to get it away. Good punt. Woolard on his 45. Working to the right side, to midfield. 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Justin Woolard on the return.
And I tell you what, they had the wall set up beautifully. And you may have heard me go, uh-oh. Looks like we may go all the way with that, and he did. He showed his athleticism, as you can see there, with his speed and his ability to read the block. Great job blocking by the guys that were on that punt return that time as they set up a beautiful wall, and that's what, about 55 yards?
All right, here we go. You call this the swinging gate here, as you got the offensive line going way far to the left side except for the center. Thomas set up as kind of a makeshift quarterback. Now they'll shift it as Lewis will drop back in the kicking position, and Thomas will get set for the hold. Snap is there. The kick is up, and it is good. Vero Beach on a 55-yard punt return by Woolard on the board first, leading 7-0.
The mission of the Fighting Indian is excellence, teamwork, and consistency. The same holds true for the McCall Agency, Inc., a local independent agency and broker and fourth-generation resident of Vero Beach. To learn more about their insurance products and risk management, Christian FM supporter Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856, and their site is McCallagencyInc.com. Proudly serving the Treasure Coast since 1956.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
Back here at the Citrus Bowl, and Justin Woolard putting on a show. 55-yard punt return, and gets the Indians on the board 7-0. We'll get set to kick the ball off. You know, that's one of those good news, bad news things there, Gary. It's like the good news is we scored on the punt return. Now the good news is defense got them on a 3 and out, and they got to go back out on the field again.
Well, that's good. To me, that's good. I mean, you made them punt. You returned. Special teams did their job. Now defense is back out on the field to do it again.
Perez getting set to kick off. It's going to be high, caught up in the breeze. Then he's shortened and bounced off. Vero Beach has got a chance, and they get it. Yeah, how about that?
That was a confused play by the Bulldogs. I thought they should have put a fair catch up. Nobody went for that. They let the ball come down, and it hit one of the Bulldogs on the leg, and Vero was able to recover, not knowing who got that recovery, but I know he's excited right now.
So Vero Beach now set up at the Bulldog 30-yard line. So like you said, it was good. You don't have to worry about Aiden Smith on the recovery there. Gets Vero Beach, gets the offensive unit back out on the field. Aronson's going to go with trips to the left. Aronson, he'll look, pump fake. Now he's going to let it fly down the left side. Woolard's there, but it's just a little too high. Not sure he could have even brought that in if he got his hands on it.
Yeah, that was a wheel route by. We saw that last week a couple times. Woolard made a great catch on one. You line up you had 3 receivers to the right and to the left, rather, and one of them runs a wheel route down the sideline. Good coverage, though, by the Bulldogs.
9:43 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Vero Beach. 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Handoff, Rogers off the right side. Finds a little bit of a gap. Close to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that guy's been waiting all spring and fall to get that play right there.
They'll spot it at the 22-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 2. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers set up left, single to the right, and Rogers in the backfield with Aronson. Play clock at 17. There's the snap. Handoff again, Rogers. He's got it from room. He's got a first down. Flag comes in.
Going to be probably a flag around holding somewhere, maybe.
It looks at zone.
You're hoping maybe it was a face mask, but most likely holding.
And it is a hold against the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. So instead of a first down, it's going to be a 3rd and long coming up.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul remains a 2nd down. We'll mark it back to the 31-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and 11.
So you're looking at a 3rd down and 11 for Vero Beach.
And so far, passing-wise, this offense hasn't clicked yet.
No, they really haven't.
They really haven't clicked yet on the passing part.
Yeah, but that's okay. This is just game 2. 9:01 first quarter. 3rd and 11. Handoff. Rogers trying to bully his way past the 25 to the 24.
There's a penalty flag down. Now, I don't know if that was where the defense jumped off or made Vero Beach move.
Shift. It's going to go against Vero. So they'll back it up again.
Southfork accepts the penalty, be 5 yards.
So now a 3rd down and 16.
A 3rd down and 16.
So this drive started at the 30-yard line. Now we're backed up to the 36-yard line. This time we'll set up with twin receivers on either side. Aronson looking to throw. Lets it fly over the middle field. Jacobs there. He's got it. 5. Touchdown. Trey. Good job on Travius Jacobs.
Well, I tell you what, great route. Great job by the offensive line, allowing him to set up and to throw the ball. And I tell you what, if you let Dre Jacobs get by you, that's a cardinal sin because he's going to catch that ball.
Yep.
That's another touch. That's a touchdown for him right there.
Thomas, he's going to take the snap, fires it to Lewis. Lewis trying to turn it up, and he can't. He gets stuffed right there. So no extra point. Score is 13-0. Vero on top.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Jeremiah's Italian Ice loves our Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Jeremiah's offers over 40 flavors of Italian ice and 2 flavors of soft serve ice cream. The showcase of the menu is layering the 2 together for their gelati. Located off State Road 60 in the Marshalls Plaza, Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Live life to the coolest.
So Jacobs catches a pass for 36 yards, gets into the end zone thanks to Tyler Aronson throwing it to him, and it's a 3-play, 30-yard drive, a 36-yard pass completion thanks to the penalties that back the Indians up. This scoring drive brought to you by McCall Insurance Agency. Paul Tipton, Gary Paris here tonight. Season opener against South Fork, and Vero Beach leading 13-0. High pooch kick, short. Ball bouncing
That's a free
around.
ball.
It's a free ball. I don't know why. Everybody's just kind of standing around. Did Vero Beach get it again?
I don't understand. Vero guys, Vero didn't even.
I didn't see a fair catch.
No, there's no fair catch. But they got it.
They got the ball.
Bulldogs recovered again, Vero Beach they could have taken that ball themselves. Once it goes 10 yards, it's a free ball.
All right. So South Fork gets the ball. They'll have it spotted at their own 40-yard line. So Vero Beach is capitalized on a punt return, kickoff blunder that set them up for a short drive, and they got a touchdown to Von Travius Jacobs, leading 13-0. 8:43 to go first quarter. Bulldogs with their second possession of the night, and whistles are going to stop things right away here.
There'll be a sideline warning against Vero Beach, most likely.
It's against the Indians. It's a sideline warning.
He threw that flag all the way down. I would take it and throw it back at him. I mean, being a nice guy. Here, let me get this for you and throw it back at you. Well, he didn't have to do that. He threw that thing all the way down the side.
Agreed. So sideline warning. Here we go. First down and 10. Fritz at quarterback. Receiver in motion. Fritz looking to throw. Going down the left side. And it goes incomplete. Boy, Fritz took a shot on that pass.
Well, Keyshawn Campbell did a blitz right up the middle. It was a run blitz, but he got right up the middle and hit the quarterback right in the breadbasket there on that play, and it made that throw go high. He had to throw it out and high because that's the only place he could see and throw. But that was a great timing on that. That's a blitz. That's the third blitz in a row that this team, our fourth blitz in a row, Vero has run now.
Well, we kind of had a feeling last week, Gary, that Coach Mata may not have shown us everything last week and was holding some things back, and proof is in these first few plays here, as we're seeing a few more blitzes here early in this ball game. Vero leading 13-0. It's second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff, Jefferson. Oh, nowhere to go. Is Kisney Brown in there for the tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's a stunt that time. Let me tell you, when you see a guy comes up into your area as a center, you're thinking he's going to blitz. Campbell moved up like he was going to blitz, and then all of a sudden, Kesney got that jump on that, and Kesney makes the big sack right there on that play. Big sack.
Boy, we had a good time with him the other night as he came over to Coach's Corner at Cap's Pizza on Tuesday night. Hey, you can join us as well on Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. at Cap's Pizza and Pub. We'd love for you to be there and join us for Coach's Corner every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. with Coach Jankowski. Pass completed near the first down marker. This time it's... Oh, excuse me, yeah, sorry. Got back to the original lines here. I forgot about the two tackles for loss there. Brings up fourth down. That time it was Winter with the pass that was completed. He got it to McDermott, but not enough for a first down.
Yeah, you're going to give him that 3 or 4 yard pass, as long as you don't allow anybody behind you, and they didn't. They did a good job. The man that went deep was well covered, and that one was Efren, on that one, Efren King, right? I think that's his name.
I'm leaving that one alone. Fourth down, and here's a punt. Low, but the punt is away, end over end. Woolard catches it at his 34. Trying to get some room, nowhere to go. Flag comes in.
I meant Efren White. That's what I meant. I'm so used to calling him by his initials, but he wants to be called Efren, so that's what we're going to do.
We'll check the penalty here. It's going to be a hold against Vero Beach. So the Bulldogs with better coverage on Woolard this time, but now the penalty is actually going to move Vero Beach back a little bit more.
Holding call on the Indians. We take it back 10 yards. First and 10, Vero. Ball on the 27-yard line.
So spot it back to the 27, where it'll be first down and 10 for the Indians, leading 13-0. 7:38 to go in the first quarter. This is the season opener. Week 1 of high school football all around the state here tonight.
First and 10, Vero, 27-yard line.
So here we go. Offense back out on the field. Tyler Aronson getting set. He's going to send a 4-receiver package, 3 right, single left. Looking to throw over the right side. Has his receiver. And Gwynn with a catch. Gets inside the 30 to about the 32.
And that's an over a 7-yard play. This will be that NASCAR.
Yeah, pickup of 7, make it a 2nd and 3. Going to go empty backfield, 5 wide. Aronson looking, pump fake. Now he's going to run it. Trying to find the marker and will get out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, I believe it is. Again, it was that hurry up after a nice catch by Nate Gwynn, who ran a stick route. It's just a nice little route. You curl back in about 6 yards deep, makes the catch. They hurry up.
Boy, they marked him a little further back than what we saw, and it looks like it's going to be really close here. They're eyeing it right now, Gary.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know how you eyeball one that far away, and you're that close.
They're going to call it a first down over on the far side. So Aronson with the run gets enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains. 7:07 to go, first quarter. It's a 13-0 lead.
Good coverage.
For Vero Beach.
Good coverage downfield.
Yeah, it was.
Tyler had to run for that one.
Trips on the left side. Aronson looking. Screen goes to Jacobs. Jacobs is caught right away. Minimal gain.
Yeah, he got about 2 yards on that play. Tried to dance around back. It was a quick hitch again. They got it to him, brings up second down. I like the idea that Tyler Aronson is getting into a rhythm here.
2nd and 8. Aronson again. He's going to throw. Looking. Finds a receiver underneath. Jacobs. Flag is down. Jacobs will get out of bounds. He's got enough for a first down, but let's check the penalty. Another hold against Vero. So, Gary, 1 step forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, I mean, they had 2. There was like 2 flags there on that one. So somebody held, or either 2 guys held. Pick your poison. That was a drag route by Jacobs coming from left to right of about 4 or 5 yards deep. He comes all the way across. You look downfield, and now they're going to take a timeout for water.
Water break, timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Indians lead 13-0 here in the first quarter.
A family business for 25 years, Total Golf Cart supports the Fighting Indians and their fans. They're the authorized club card dealer and love to assist buyers to find the golf cart that best meets their needs. They offer both new and used club cars. And Total Golf Cart also has a full service department at 1140 South US 1 in Vero Beach or at TotalGolfCart.com.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by Molinari Pools. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
We're halfway through the first quarter. Along with Gary Paris, I'm Paul Tipton, Derek West, Ronnie Self, Don Dexter here. Nice season opener against South Fork here. The Fighting Indians leading 13-0. Tyler Aronson, the starting quarterback so far, 4 of 6, 49 yards and a touchdown. And right now has the Indians looking at a 2nd down and 18 after they marked off the holding penalty. That was going to be a surefire first down on the pass to Vondravius Jacobs. So a 3-receiver set. Tyler looking, fires over, finds Gwynn. Gwynn turns it up and will be stopped at about the 42-yard line.
Tackle on the play, number 33 for South.
A little bit of a drag route, a deep little drag for the tight end or the wide receiver is Gwynn as he goes down about 5-6 yards, comes across there, and he was wide open. Good route, good throw, nice catch.
Sets up a 3rd and 4 at the 43 of Vero Beach, leading 13-0. Twins on either side. Aronson looking, and a pressure right up the gut. And Aronson goes down. Boy, Tyler took a shot from Kramer. Number 9 met number 9.
Brings up 4th down and 11. And you're most likely going to bring the punt team in.
Yeah, you'll see them. They're starting to come in now. 13-0 lead. Let's see if we can't flip the field a little bit here.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now,
let the defense do their job.
That was a good job by their defense.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you had a holding penalty that took away a first down.
It did. Yep. Oh, high snap. Goes over Perez's head. He's going to try to get it. He's going to try to work his way out of it. Now he sprints away to the 10, 15, and gets to about the 17-yard line. So a bad snap that goes over Perez's head. Perez runs all the way back to near the goal line there, picks the ball up and able to get it back to about the 17-yard line. But now South Fork with a great opportunity.
Yeah, you would have, if he kicks it out or runs out, it's a safety. And if they recovered in the end zone, it's a touchdown. So he wisely picked it up, and he saw running room. And he had some athlete. He's a very good athlete.
He is.
And he picks up, like you said, 17, 18 yards coming out of the out of the end zone. And now they got to, at least we got him without scoring any points there on that play.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. And whistle going to stop. His timeout's going to be taken by Coach Blatch, and the Bulldogs will step aside. Vero Beach leading 13-0.
Perkins Pharmacy in Vero Beach is glad to be a supporter of Christian FM and to help put Fighting Indians football on the radio. Owner Edwin Perkins and his staff are all big fans of the Fighting Indians, and they hope Coach Jankowski and the team have the right prescription for another winning season. Perkins Pharmacy is on State Road 60, right across the street from KFC. Their phone is 978-6470.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
This is Vero Beach Fighting Indians football on Christian FM. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Bulldogs take a timeout. They're set back out on the field on a first down and 10 from the 17. Pass going to the corner. Jump ball, and it is caught for the touchdown. Jonathan Aaron with the catch for the Bulldogs.
That was a beautiful throw by their quarterback. I'm going to tell you right now, Fritz does a great job of laying that ball out over the head of the defender on that side, and that ball, the only guy that was going to catch that was going to be that receiver.
Yeah, it was a good, very good throw.
Very good throw.
Very good.
So a bad snap, excellent field position, a well-thrown ball, and next thing you know, they're within 6 points, and they're going to go for 2, I believe, here.
Yeah, it looks like it. As we see the quarterback, Fritz, back out there on the field, they're going to line up. And a flag's going to come in.
Delay
the play
of game.
clock got to 0.
Now they got warning on the sideline. This crew has historically been known to throw the flag on this. This is one of those things that I thought it was the clock had run out.
All right, set up for the 2-point. Fritz, pressure, and he'll go down. Campbell gets in there for the tackle. So the 2-point try, no good. Makes it a 13-6, Vero leading.
A septic system is only as good as the installation and maintenance. Reliable Septic is the name known along the coast for being the professionals who install and service these systems for both residential and commercial uses. They'll determine the on-site needs and design considerations for a complete wastewater treatment system, thanks to Reliable Septic Service. 772-562-4242.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
So it took one play to go 17 yards. A completion from Fritz to Jonathan Aaron into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. They tried to go for 2, did not get it, so the score is 13-6 in favor of Vero Beach, and that scoring drive brought to you by the McCall Insurance Agency. Is now Clark for South Fork will get set to kick off again as he's going to try to see if he can get that ball to stay on the tee this time. South Fork will be kicking towards the west end. 4.5 to go, first quarter. Ball is up. Ephraim's got it at the 10 to the 15. Now looking for a lane, trying to bounce it out wide. Trying to reverse his field, still on his feet to the 25. 30, 35, and out of bounds. See a helmet come off. It could have been one that we broke. All right, so we'll see the offense come back out. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Derek West.
Having some trouble on the interior of the offensive line, so on that touchdown pass, we went Matt's protect with Quincy in the backfield. Caught a good ball right there on the last drive. Had Nate Glenn open twice on the skinny post. Look for us to come back to that in this drive.
All right, so they'll mark that at the 35-yard line of Vero Beach.
Hey, no, Paul, if you analyze this game so far, it's been a punt return for a touchdown for Vero, and it's been off a muffed punt or kick, rather, a muffed punt that got it the second opportunity to score.
On first down, a little play action. Jacobs over the middle. Jacobs still on his feet to the 40, 35, race time, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vontravius Jacobs, his second of the night.
That's athleticism of the best right there. As you see a guy that is a true Division I player. And one of the, as a receiver, he caught that on a dead slant. That was a great throw by Tyler Aronson as Aronson got that ball right out in front of him. And boom, he was off to the races. And then you saw his athleticism when he makes a move, bounces to the outside.
A 65-yard reception. Most of that was a short catch and about a 55-yard run by Jacobs.
Number 81, Jesse Lewis.
We get set for the extra point try here by Lewis. And this one looks really good. Vero Beach leading 20-6 here in the first quarter.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Since 1980, the Village Beach Market has been that local store on the beach filled with friends that always has something for everyone. And we've been Fighting Indian fans for generations. From fresh baked goods to prepared foods to chef-inspired lunches and dinners, our slogan says it best, simply better. We're online at villagebeachmarket.com.
All right, so if South Fork can do one play for a drive, I guess we can too. One play, 65 yards. Aronson hits Jacobs for 65 as the kickoff will be short and caught right at the 28-yard line. And that scoring drive brought to you by the McCall Insurance Agency as we lead 20-6 over South Fork. And the Bulldogs back out there on offense.
Wisely, the Bulldogs put a fair catch up. They've had trouble with that as Vero has kicked off. They have muffed a couple of them, and one led to a score on a touchdown pass to Jacobs. And that last one, Jacobs earned that. That was a 10-yard slant pass and a 55-yard run after the catch. And I'll tell you what wheels and exciting athlete he is. He's healthy. Remember, he had a pulled hamstring last year, and it just never healed.
So they'll spot it at the 29, first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Receiver's going to go in motion, and here comes another flag. This is against South Fork.
They had a movement on the left side of their offensive line and a guy in motion too. So, I mean, with the motion, you can't move. He probably just kind of turned his shoulder a little bit, and the official picked it up from the sideline. Those little penalties like that really hurt you, especially a team that hey, you think you're getting yourself back into the ball game, and next thing you know, you get a penalty like that. Now it's 1st and 15, Paul.
I think we dial it up here.
Oh, I would think that I'd put a little pressure on the quarterback.
Spotted at the 24. 3 receivers set. Now, receiver in motion, going to go back toward the right. Handoff, Jefferson, and he's caught from behind. Wow, Keyshawn Campbell exploded in there.
Did we tune it up a little bit? Did we turn it up? Did we just, bam, Campbell came on the blitz?
That is a 4-yard loss.
He dropped down into a 3-point stance. See, they've gone from a 3, and then they had 5 go across. That time he lined up. He's down in a 4-2 with the 5.
Lining up that way again. 2nd down and 19. Fritz, he's looking to throw, trying to set up a screen. He's got his target to the 25, fighting for more yardage, gets to the 30-yard line. Wow, what a good play.
I tell you what,
Kramer.
Yeah, he did a good job. And I tell you what, the blocking out front was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Did a great job. Great screen, nice-looking little screen there. Knowing Vero's going to put the pressure on, how do you slow down that blitz? By throwing screens and draws and plays like that.
So it makes it a slightly manageable 3rd down situation for the Bulldogs. It's a 3rd down and 9.
Tackle for the Indians, number 32, Derek Williams. South Fork, 3rd down 9, 30-yard line.
So set up with a 2 receiver to the left side. Fritz looking that way, fires, and ball goes incomplete. No chance of catching that one.
And that was high, and that was strong arm.
Yeah.
They just threw it way too high. So that brings up 4th down, and again, forces a 4th down punting situation here.
Yeah.
And back for Vero is very talented sophomore, Justin Ward.
2 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. Score is 20-6. Vero Beach leading. Bulldogs looking at a 4th down and 9 from their own 30-yard line. Woolard back at his own 35. Snap is there. Punt is line drive, nearly blocked. Woolard, he's going to pick it up. Trying to get out of a tackle, can't get free. He'll advance to the 46-yard line. And that's where the Indians will start.
As athletic as he is, that's a no-no.
Yeah,
that's a no-no. That's very dangerous there.
Yep.
You let that ball just die right there. You pick it up, they hit you. You give them an extra shot of getting the ball and an extra set of downs. And you don't want to give them a possession on a silly mistake. But if fortunate for him, it stayed up and he was able to get a yard or 2 out of it.
So Tyler Aronson back out on the field with the offensive unit. Starting from their own 46, leading 20-6, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go first quarter.
He's got to come out, I think, either mouthpiece or knee pads. And boy, is Coach upset.
So we'll see Taylor come in on the left wideout position. Handoff's going to go to Rogers. Rogers through the hole. Rogers still on his feet to the 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, and tripped up at the 5-yard line, but a flag down here at midfield.
It's going to bring coming back on a hold call, probably, most likely.
And there it is. But how about the look of Quincy Rogers? That was hard running and got off. When he found the dirt, he went off to the races.
It'll be from the spot of the foul. And again, one of those interior linemen, they have been called now for 3 or 4 penalties tonight on a couple holds and some movement.
4 penalties so far tonight against the offensive unit.
It was on one of our right side linemen, and
So now the ball is at the 41-yard line. Looking at a first down and 15.
Wow, that negates a great run.
Oh, my gosh. We're looking at first and goal.
Yes.
Aronson. Handoff again, Rogers. Rogers this time, the white shirts of South Fork was snuffing that one out. Loss on the play.
I'll tell you what, they've done a pretty good job of shutting, other than that one run but it was a holding call that brought that one back. But I tell you what, I'm impressed with the way they're playing. They're not quitting right now.
Yeah,
they're not.
They're going to
They're
get
down 20 to 6.
Some forward momentum here.
Yes.
It'll be basically a no gain here. It's second down. Aronson, he's looking to throw this time, firing it down the sideline. Gwynn is there, catches it, and it's out of bounds at the 35 for a big Indian first down.
Wow, what a throw, and that's that 6'6" frame of we see with Nate Quinn as he went up and made that grab on a little bit of I believe it was a rub route coming off that outside, as we've seen others do it. We saw Brock Thomas catch it. We saw Woolard catch it. That time Nate Quinn caught that pass. Big first down.
Sets him up into Bulldog territory at 34. First down. Handoff, Rogers. Able to pick up a couple. Get set for second down. Coming up, the Genesis Church halftime show featuring women of the Fighting Indians with host Bobby Paris. That's coming up on the Genesis Church halftime show. We still got to get through the first quarter here with 1:23 to go. And Vero Beach leading 20-6. Take a quick little timeout here.
It's still the first quarter?
It's still the first quarter. I know. It's really been going. I mean, kickoff was at 7 o'clock. We're at 7:47 right now. I mean, wow. This is a long quarter.
It is. A lot of points being scored, too, 20-6 right now. Not a very sloppy game.
Sloppy in a sense. I mean, you got a lot of stoppage here because of penalties and whatnot, Gary. And so, I mean, it's hard to get a lot of rhythm when you have that kind of stoppage constantly going on.
A little different. This Bulldog team is a better they were 3-7 last year. They're not playing like a 3-7 team right now.
No.
They're playing much better.
Well, chances are, Gary, not to sound like we're so great and all, but, when a team calls and says they want to play you, you got to wonder.
You got to wonder.
Yeah.
Especially Vero Beach.
32-yard line where it's going to be second and 8.
All right, so off Rogers' first down run, picks up 2. It makes it second down and 8 at the 32 of South Fork. Aronson fakes the handoff, fires. Gwynn over the right side, stays on his feet to the 20. And out of bounds.
That's his 4th or 5th catch, I think, in this game right now. And 4th catch. And Nate's having a great first quarter.
Yeah, he is. There's a flag.
Well, let's take it back.
Take that one back.
Again, another holding call.
No, this one was, I think it was illegal formation.
It's accepted. My money is it will.
So that's going to move this back and take away.
A lot of times you get a tackle and he moves back a little bit, just moves back thinking he's on the line, and the official will call that. Usually a lot of times they'll tell the coach, it's early first game, coach, get him up on the line.
So it turns that into a 2nd and 12 now. Aronson firing again, finds Jacob, spins out of 1, turning it up to the 20, to the 15, and he's down.
I tell you what, you almost got it. You may have to put 3 guys on him. You know what I mean? And just cover him, blanket him with 3 guys, and don't let him get near the ball if I'm that coach on South Fork. That young man is very athletic, and man, I'm as happy as I am as he's going to Florida State too.
Rojas, Thomas have checked in at receiver. Oh, movement, defensive line jumped.
And that's
get
good.
5 free ones.
That's a good job by Silas Batchelor on that play as he was able to give that hard call. There was a clap, and then he gave a hard call, and they jumped. So give the center and quarterback credit on that one.
1st and 5. Ball at the 10. Trips to the right side. Aronson looking. Going to go to the corner. There is Gwynn. Goes up. Did he bring it down? No. Wow. Excuse me, that was actually Thomas over there.
Yeah, Brock Thomas came flying. That ball was just a high-thrown ball, and he laid it up there. And I thought Brock had it in his hands, and he must have lost it when he hit the ground.
So 2nd and 5. Woolard comes back in. Rojas still in there along with Jacobs. Quincy Rogers in the backfield with Aronson. Woolard's going to go. Screen. Right side. Turns it up. Touchdown! Justin Woolard with some great blocks.
How about the block by... I'm laughing only because he used his back to block on that side, as it was a little shuffle pass, and you saw that Jacobs, when he got to the outside, when Jacobs, the wide receiver to that side, he just turned his back on the guy. He pinned him to the sideline, turned his back, and Woolard just goes in for the touchdown.
By any means necessary.
By any means. That goes down as a great block by Dre Jacobs.
Get set for the point after here with 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Thomas waiting for the snap, puts it down. Lewis puts the kick through and turns it into a 27-6 lead for Vero Beach.
Christian FM is proud to welcome a new business coming soon to beautiful downtown Vero Beach, Downtown Dipper. Downtown Dipper is a step back in time to an old school ice cream shop, serving 24 flavors of hand-scooped ice cream, a family-owned and operated ice cream shop. Downtown Dipper, opening soon. Thanks to Downtown Dipper for supporting Christian FM and the Fighting Indians.
Air Docs of the Treasure Coast, cooling specialists, are Fighting Indians football supporters. They know how important it is to have a cooling system that can stand up to our Florida heat. Air Docs offers a full range of cooling and heating services, including repairs, tune-ups, and systems maintenance. Online at airdocsac.com and Facebook.
54 yards and 6 plays, a 10-yard reception by Justin Woolard. And it is a 27-6 lead for Vero Beach. That is the McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive as Perez set to kick off. This time he boots it deep and will bounce into the end zone for the touchback.
Now he nailed that one. There's a little bit of wind. The wind is starting to die down just a little, but and I think that's what made him really put his foot into that one, is they were up thinking there was going to be that pooch kick and went over their heads and rolled out of the end zone. So great kick by Perez, who plays defensive back also.
All right, Gary, so we've got the Bulldogs starting at their own 20-yard line. They're down 27-6 with 6 seconds remaining in their first quarter.
They like to think that they're a very diversified team, and they come out of this power with the power I with an offset, and you got to make some things happen here.
Fritz, handoff. Jefferson working the left side, stretched as an out. Will pick up a few yards there, maybe 3 or 4 on the carry. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play that has finally come to an end. Almost an hour in length on that first quarter. 27-6 the lead for Vero Beach at the end of one. This is Fighting Indians football. Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
This is Vero Beach Fighting Indians football on Christian FM. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Here we are to start the second quarter. The Bulldogs getting set on a second down and 10 play from their own 21. Play action. Fritz trying to look for his receiver out in the flat and can't connect. It falls incomplete. Third down coming up for the Bulldogs, who have struggled here in the early part of this ball game. The Indians having a little bit of struggles of their own, but able to produce some points thanks to some mistakes. Thanks to South Fork. 27-6 to the lead right here for Vero Beach, and a third down and long coming up for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a good job defense. I tell you, we made a nice play. Was Antoine Montgomery. He's in there at defensive end and defensive line there. And I'll tell you, he spun out and really got into the face of that quarterback.
Third down. Bulldogs are going. It was a good punt.
I mean, there was pressure, and that thing had a little spiral on it and everything. Came flying out of there, and we thought it was going to be short, but it just kind of turned over. Good punt.
Every Tuesday night.
Ooh, do we have a good time doing that?
Gary and I, along with Coach Jankowski, meet up at Cap's Pizza for Coach's Corner, 6 p.m. You're welcome to join us there, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel, Vero Nation Network. Every Tuesday night, 6 p.m., the Coach's Corner. Aronson now looking to set up a screen. Woolard's got it underneath, trying to turn it up. Midfield, 45, 40. Still on his feet, 35, and falls down.
That was called a middle screen that time. You got your offensive lineman downfield blocking. That means you've got to catch it behind the line of scrimmage. That offensive line did a good job of blocking and allowed Woolard to get another big first down.
Put the ball at the 36-yard line. You're going to see side. Aronson looking left, fires over the middle. Wide open is Smith, and he's got it for the Nah, they're not going to give him. They're going to give him at the 1-yard line. Boy, it looked like he got in.
Oh, my goodness. How about Troy Smith getting his first big play of the year?
Yeah.
And I thought he had the touchdown, I'll be honest with you. But that may have been the right call there because I was hoping for the touchdown.
I was, too.
Such a good kid. Great athlete. Did you see that speed of him? His speed.
He's the fastest kid on campus, they
Yes.
say. First and goal at the 1. Aronson. Handoff. Touchdown, Jaquan Jean.
That was impressive drive right there. Jaquan finished it off with a power up the block. Good job blocking by Chase Stevens and Silas Baxler and Dalton Jordan, Paul Paris, and Eric Benitez. They did a great job. That offensive line did a great job blocking on that whole play. I like to give those guys always the time and give a shout out to them. I love the linemen.
52 yards, 3 plays, a 1-yard run by Jean. And that is the McCauley Insurance Agency scoring drive as we wait for the extra point try, and it is good. 34-6, 10.5 to go, second quarter, Vero leading.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
Season opener here at the Citrus Bowl in week 1 of high school football. Your Vero Beach Fighting Indians hosting South Fork at the Citrus Bowl in Billy Livings Field. And currently your Fighting Indians leading 34-6 over South Fork with 10.5 to play in the second quarter. Low line drive kick is going to bounce its way into the end zone for the touchback. GP, Indians, maybe not the best of starts, but, man, they're starting to find a rhythm.
Well, it's like I said, Tyler Aronson got a little bit of a slow start, but Coach set it up with some screens and some quick play, some short passes. Then all of a sudden you saw his athleticism, his arm. The guy's got a cannon for an arm. He's only a junior, stands 6'3", 210 pounds, and I can see why SMU really likes him.
So the Bulldogs come out to their 20-yard line, first down and 10. Single receiver on either side. Now the tight end's going to shift to the left side. Pressure coming. Campbell on the blitz, gets in the backfield, and gets Jefferson with a hand.
They called a penalty. Maybe there's a hold call. But I'll tell you what, that was a great read by Keyshawn Campbell as he timed his blitz. The running back tried to dodge him, and he grabbed his leg and pulled him down. Oh, they said a face mask.
Face mask. So I guess when Campbell got in there, I guess he got his hand on his face mask, I guess.
Nobody else saw it but the one official that was behind the line. I'm surprised the guy the referee that's right there.
All right. Yeah,
it was
just a 5-yard variety.
5 yard.
So.
He ran his hand across. It didn't stop him from that.
Makes it first down and 5. Move it up to the 25-yard line. 9:42 and counting, second quarter. 34-6 lead, Vero Beach. Campbell looking like he's going to bring some pressure. And he does. Quick pass, incomplete. And they saw Campbell coming and hurried that throw just a little bit.
Yeah, that would make me want to hurry it too. You had Kevin Pollock started sliding over there to pick up that slant coming in there along with Bucky Rojas. The linebackers were to fill that gap real quick, and they did. Matthew King on the right side does a good job of not let anybody beat him. He saw it too, so if he'd have caught it, I don't know if they would have had the first down. It would have been very close, so it brings up second down and 5.
Even though it's the season opener, they elected to use this game as senior night to honor the players and the cheerleaders. And also, the theme tonight is white out, so the Indians are wearing their white helmets and white pants tonight with the red jerseys. And play clock again gets to 0. The Bulldogs will give back the 5 yards that they just got on the previous penalty.
You know, I really would like to. I meant to ask Lenny. Maybe we'll find out Tuesday night when we have him at the coach's corner. Why the first game, home game, is senior night? There's got to be a theme behind it, and some reason. Maybe it's because of weather. They want to get it in before they have any bad weather. Or?
I don't know. 2nd down and 10. Back to the 20. Handoff. Jefferson off the right side. Able to skirt past the 25 to about the 27.
Yeah, that was a nice run that time to the right side. Their offensive line did a good job of getting off the ball. Brings up 3rd down now. Big 3rd down play here for the Bulldogs.
As we're now inside 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Looking at a 3rd down and 3 for South Fork, who trail 34-6 to the Fighting Indians. Bulldogs come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Fritz rolling out, looking to throw over the middle of the field, and 3 flags come in, and that pass was well over the target.
Well, I'm not sure if he overthrew or underthrew. I mean, there was a holding call on the offense, but that pass was thrown toward the middle, and there was a guy running a short route here and a guy running a deep route, and he was in between them. So you tell me, Coach, which way was it, underthrown or overthrown?
Penalty is going to be declined, which will bring up 4th down for South Fork, and the punt unit will come out here. Next week, folks, Palm Beach Gardens comes to the Citrus Bowl to take on the Fighting Indians for week 2. Game time is at 7 o'clock. Our coverage will begin at 6 p.m. with countdown to kickoff. Love to have you out here. If you are looking for tickets, you can always find it at ticketspicket.com. Snap is there. Punt is away. This one is a short punt. Takes a bounce. Jacobs picks it up. And we'll stop at about the 40-yard line.
He had to pick that ball up because I tell you what, it got touched. That ball was a live ball. Again, a short punt. They got calls they use to get out of the way of the ball, but that ball wind knocked it down, or it was really no wind. It just went down. Yeah. He miskicked that and gave Vero Beach excellent field position.
Yeah, they're going to put it at the 41-yard line of South Fork, where it'll be 1st down and 10.
Jacobs did a good job of reading that ball.
Whiteley now in at quarterback. Trips to the left side for Whiteley, who's got Jean in the backfield. Whiteley looking to throw. Gwynn was there. They weren't really on the same page. Didn't look like Gwynn had his head up, and I'm not sure if Whiteley got the pass off in time.
And again, I would say, all right, who are you throwing to? Was it in between? It was Gwynn was open and Woolard was open, and it kind of got in between them.
It kind of looked like it came out of his hand kind of funny, too.
Yeah, that's his first opportunity to throw the ball. They bring in Ephraim White.
Yeah, he's going to line up on the left side. Whiteley on 2nd down, looking left side. He's got Ephraim. Ephraim's going to try to turn it upfield. And they'll get about 4, maybe 5 on the play.
Little stick route, little hitches across the board there, and he was able to. White's big, tall young man. He's 6'3", about 150 pounds, and he can jump.
And he can definitely run. 3rd down. Say 3rd down and 6 here for the Indians. Twin receivers on either side. Play clock inside 10.
Watch White here.
Whiteley looking over the left side. finds his receiver. Smith turns it upfield, got a good block to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Troy Smith.
Or you can watch Troy Smith, too. Ephraim White was wide open on that play. He ran a little bit of an out and up, and he blew by his receiver. But Whiteley chose to go over to Smith, or Troy, on that really quick hitch throw.
37-yard reception for Troy Smith. Got some good blocks and made the most of it with his athleticism and speed. Gets into the end zone. Make it 40 points right now. Pending this extra point. Thomas gets set for the hold. Snap is there. Oh, Thomas has got to pick it up after the bad snap. Thomas looking to throw. It goes over, a jump ball, and it will go for naught. So it's 40-6. 7:18 left here in the second quarter. Vero Beach on top.
The mission of the Fighting Indian is excellence, teamwork, and consistency. The same holds true for the McCall Agency, Inc., a local independent agency and broker and fourth-generation resident of Vero Beach. To learn more about their insurance products and risk management, Christian FM supporter Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856. And their site is McCallAgencyInc.com. Proudly serving the Treasure Coast since 1956.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
3 plays, 41 yards, a 37-yard reception for Troy Smith from Jake Whiteley. And it is a 40-6 lead now for Vero Beach. Scoring drive brought to you by the McCall Insurance Agency. We've got 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Vero Beach hosting South Fork here in the season opener. Lewis getting set for the kickoff for Vero Beach. He'll be kicking towards the west end. Puts it up. It's high. It's deep. Caught at the 5, to the 10, 15, 20. 25 and stopped about the 26, 27-yard line of South Fork.
All right, let's see what the defense can do here. And
we found a set of missing keys.
And we'll see some maybe some new faces here on this possession for the Fighting Indians defense, Gary.
I do. I'm trying to get the names, numbers right now, match them up. I see Dash is in there. Our buddy Dash is in the ball game, number 99, Dash Ferguson. You have 77. You have James Santos is in the ball game.
And David Benjamin over on the left side. Handoff, and he's caught immediately in the backfield.
Guess who?
Keyshawn Campbell. What a game he's having so far.
I mean, that's a stud play right there. I mean, that's a play that you know you're good when you make a play like that. You jump between the guard and the tackle as you blitzing, and you get in that backfield and you tackle them for a little bit of a loss there for a loss. That helps. Wow, what a great athlete.
Pierce just checked into the ball game. Over on the left side in the corner. Play action, and oh my goodness, it was a meeting in the backfield.
David Benjamin.
And actually Santos got back there along with Benjamin.
They were
half a sack. It was a meeting back there.
They got each of them got a half a sack on that one because one was low, the other one was high. That's a good tight way to do it. Brings up third down. So you're bringing in your second unit right now on the front line, and you're seeing a lot of good things happening out there with these guys.
Yeah, so winner at quarterback for South Fork. Looking at a 3rd down and 17. Oh, bobble on the snap, and Winter just trying to get on top of it. And that is going to push them all the way back, and now punt time for the Bulldogs.
You're starting now to you feel a little bit for the Bulldogs. They had some momentum going early, Paul.
They did.
They looked like they really didn't want to quit, but things got out of hand real quick. It's 40-6 here in the first half, and we still got 5 minutes and 20-some-odd seconds left to go in this first half.
Well, and you got some new players in for South Fork as well, and they just got to work on the chemistry in a live situation. And that time, Winter, I think, just took his eye off the ball on the snap and was looking downfield before he got the ball in his hands.
They had to call timeout, or they were going to
get another penalty on the play clock. So it's 5:05 to go here in the second quarter. The score is 40-6. And that is the final timeout for the Bulldogs. So I mentioned Palm Beach Gardens coming here next week. That's week 2. The third week, week 3, it's Port St. Lucie. And, folks, we've got several games here at home in a row. We don't actually go on the road until mid-October. So you got Port St. Lucie for week 3. Week 4, Westwood. Then week 5, you're going to want to mark this one down. September the 23rd, Miami Palmetto comes here to the Citrus Bowl. Last year, Palmetto lost in the third round to Columbus. Okay, this is a good team. We saw Miami Palmetto a couple of years ago here. Had a chance to beat them and maybe move on to that next round of the playoffs. Just came up a little short, so you want to mark that one down. September 23rd. Then we finish out September with Fort Pierce Central here at home. On fourth down, punter out of the end zone. Line drives it. Takes a couple of bounces to the 40. And will roll out at the 43-yard line of South Fork.
That's not a bad kick from the position he had to kick it into, and he got a great roll out of it. And, you normally, if you hit that thing high, that would have been a fair catch, or it would have been one of those balls that hit and hopefully would bounce off of your opponent. But that time, that ball just rolled out, and it gives Indians a really good field position, though, to start their drive. Anytime you can start on your opponent's side of the field, you're in a good position.
Yeah, well, that last drive for Vero Beach, they started at the South Fork 41. Now they're at the 43 on this next possession. Whiteley at quarterback. He's got trips to the right side. Looking, fires quickly, finds his receiver over on the right side. And that will go for a couple of yard gain.
I'm not even going to try to say that last name on this one.
Gavino Simzak.
Simzak. All right, that sounds good enough to me. Nice.
Sorry if we did not get that right.
Yeah, he got his one play and
good job for that young man.
He lost 2 yards on the catch, though. He has a catch as a high school player.
Make it down 2nd and 11 for Vero Beach. Trips to the left side. Whiteley looking over the right. Pump fake. Now rolls out. Looking downfield. Fires. He finds Quincy out of the backfield. It'll be about a yard gain.
I'm not sure what that may have been F screen right, but it took too long to develop in that play there. So it brings up 3rd and 10.
Yep. And coming up 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
To our listeners, I don't think Tyler Aronson's hurt or anything. I think they just allowed him, allowed Whiteley to come in on this segment of the game.
3rd and 10. Going to go twin receivers on either side. Whiteley steps up, fires, looking over the middle of the field, and it's caught, and off to the races. Touchdown, Vero Beach. That is Chance Taylor.
Oh, my goodness. He threw that ball. There were 3 white shirts and 2 red shirts very close there to each other down the middle of the field. And Chance comes away with the ball. I'm going to say great catch, great throw. It's a touchdown, but I don't know that I can't believe the defenders didn't knock that ball down or even tackle Chance on that play.
Now whistle's going to stop the extra point try here.
You know, I know this. I'm not a fan of all this. I never have liked that swinging gate. But, hey, coach puts it in. I guess makes you practice something during the week that that you normally don't see.
That's true. Whiteley's thrown for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2 possessions, basically.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad for your backup quarterback.
Getting set. Hold is there. The kick is up, and it is through. 47-6. Vero Beach leading with 3.5 to play in the second quarter.
A family business for 25 years, Total Golf Cart supports the Fighting Indians and their fans. They're the authorized club card dealer and love to assist buyers to find the golf cart that best meets their needs. They offer both new and used club cars. And Total Golf Cart also has a full service department at 1140 South US 1 in Vero Beach or at TotalGolfCart.com.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network, brought to you by Ohana Water Systems.
Well, welcome back here to the Citrus Bowl. The season opener going very well for Vero Beach as they lead 47-6 with 3.5 to go in the second quarter. That last drive, it was 43 yards, 3 plays. It was a 43-yard pass from Jake Whiteley to Chance Taylor. And into the end zone. Extra point is good, and that is your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive, where we find the Indians up 47-6 late in the second quarter.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you would have enjoyed that catch. That was a fantastic catch and run after.
Lewis going to go high but short. Hits at the 25, takes a bounce. South Fork picks it up and gets to about the 30-yard line. So 3:22 before we get to halftime. South Fork has put 6 points on the board, and since that point, it has been the Indians' defense that has really come to play. Deshaun Campbell having a heck of a game.
He's fantastic. He's everything. He's a Division I player, and he plays like that. He does good. Montgomery's in the game. Santos is in the game. Benjamin's in the game. Dash is in the game. That line, that's your front 4.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 31. Handoff. Jefferson trying to go right side. Nothing there. Loss of a yard.
Tony Jefferson going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Trying to think, that was, I believe, a linebacker coming up in there, 58. I think that's that.
That would be Goddard.
Yeah, Parker Goddard did a good job that time making that hit. That's a tackle for a loss.
So 2nd and 11.
What a great crowd tonight again, folks.
It's awesome.
The Vero side is loaded. There's a good crowd from South Fork up here. It is a nice crowd tonight.
Again, you don't want to miss an experience here on a Friday night. It is absolutely special. Jefferson on the right side, able to get some forward momentum, gets close to the 40-yard line.
That's one of their biggest plays of the night right there, running-wise, is they got Jefferson got to the outside and was able to pick up about 8 or 9 yards on that play.
Bring up a 3rd down and 2.
So it makes it a 3rd and short for the Bulldogs. Clock continues to count as we are approaching 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 47-6, Vero Beach lead. Ball on the ground. It's bouncing around. Vero's on top of it.
Well, when it rains, it pours. And just like that, a ball got mishandled, got kicked around, and Vero Beach recovers that as Jason McCurry recovers that, being in there as a linebacker. Made that call, recover on that. Good job by the defense. But, man, I tell you what, everything seems to be going wrong right now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it is. And Coach Blanche and his staff obviously have some things that they're going to want to work on this coming week as they get set for their next opponent next Friday night.
You know, you're playing everybody now. And it's hard to ask these kids to ease up, and you can't ease up. You got your offensive line in there. You don't have that much depth in the offensive line, but you've got good talent all the way around, and Jake Whiteley is a pretty good little young quarterback.
Fans off in motion. He's going to get the shovel pass. He fumbles it, picks it up, and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but no way.
It's an incomplete pass. It's an incomplete pass.
You're right. Yeah.
And
that's the beauty of that play.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you this right now. That was a late snap by the center because you can't, or the quarterback is Reed. You can never be too quick to get the ball. You can be late, but you can't be too quick to me. And when we call that play, I tell my quarterbacks on JV, you want that ball in your hand quicker than late.
Yep.
You saw the consequences of that play. Lucky it's an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Low snap. Whiteley going to fire left side. Finds his target. That's Thomas. Thomas to about the 25.
That's very close to a first down almost.
Yep, move the chains.
That's a nice throw now. That's that quick out outside by Brock Thomas. Got nice hands and runs a good route, and Jake puts it out there. The only person that was going to catch that was Brock Thomas.
Jean in the backfield with Whiteley. Trips to the right side. Screen pass. Banzhoff gets a good block. Turns it upfield. Still on his feet, trying to fight for extra yardage, and we'll get to the 22.
Complete on the play to number 19, Parker
Banzhoff, a sophomore. That name sounds familiar to our listeners. His mother is president of the Booster Club and does a great, great job.
2nd down and 7. Indians up to the 23-yard line. Quick one again, left side. Banzhoff trying to get to the edge, to the 20. Turns it up, and will get close to about the 16-yard line.
That's a little bubble pass to the outside. He's the inside receiver, does a little swing outside, gets a block from his wide receiver, comes up about 2 yards short, and it brings up 3rd down and about 1.5 yards.
Spotted at the 17. 3rd down, 2. Whiteley fires again. Banzhoff again. Gets a block, trying to turn it upfield. Flag comes in. Another flag comes in. Got a feeling we got a hold.
I got a push in the back. It's considered a hold too. But a push in the back.
6 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
I don't know what they do. You take it. You got 6 seconds. I mean, here's what you're going to do. You're going to put a ball in the end zone here. You got one play.
Yep.
Rear back and let it go.
Is that what they call it in the playbook?
Yeah, they're going to let it run out.
Yep, and that will do it for the first half of play. I believe they haven't officially signaled. Yeah, there they go now. Okay, so that will do it for the first half of play for Vero Beach. Domination, key word here for this first half. 47-6 going into the locker room as we'll head down to the sideline. Check in. Derek West has got our head coach Lenny Jankowski.
Coach, got to be pleased. First game of the year, 47 points on the scoreboard in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was all 3 phases. I think we got some big plays and some off field position, off special teams. Obviously, the defense was playing lights out, and we were able to hit them with some big plays on offense.
Great, Coach. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks a lot. Yeah, you got to feel pretty good when you're up 47-6 going into the locker room. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Genesis Church of Vero Beach halftime show featuring women of the Fighting Indians. Indians lead here at the half, 47-6. This is Fighting Indians football.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest on. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Jeremiah's Italian Ice loves our Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Jeremiah's offers over 40 flavors of Italian ice and 2 flavors of soft serve ice cream. The showcase of the menu is layering the 2 together for their gelati. Located off State Road 60 in the Marshalls Plaza, Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Live life to the coolest.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians Halftime Show, brought to you by Genesis Church. Here's your host, Bobby Paris.
Welcome back for more of Women of Fighting Indians Football. This is Bobby Paris, and I have the privilege of interviewing the moms of our senior varsity players. After all, the moms have been doing this a long time, and they've helped these athletes reach this level of football. So kudos to our great moms. My guest this evening is the lovely Cherie Smith. She's the mom to Quincy Rogers, number 2, our running back for our Fighting Indians. 5'9", 170 pounds. And welcome, Cherie.
Hello.
Okay. Since this is about you, Cherie, tell us about yourself.
Well, I work at Somerset House. I'm an activities director there. I'm also an event planner, all-in-one event.
That's a little, remember that, all-in-one events.
And I also here from Vero Beach, Florida, born and raised.
Where does Quincy, and I ask you this, get his athleticism?
He get a little from me. Like I said, I ran track, and then his father also played football, high school.
So you were an athlete in school, obviously. You ran track. How long has Quincy been playing football, and does he have any interest in track?
He's been playing football since 7 years old. I've been trying to get him to run track, but yeah.
That's okay. Football takes up a lot, and we need his athleticism on the team. That's great. But he's not involved in any other sports.
No, just football.
And did you grow up in a football family?
No, we didn't. Actually, the boys came home one day from school with the letters, join football, flag football. And they was like, no, Mom, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, no, you need to get out the house. You need to do something. So I signed him up for flag football, him and his brother, Brian. And from there, they loved it.
See, that's all they needed. Just mama knows best. How is Quincy academically?
He's great. He got his head on his shoulders with that and making sure he stay on top of his work.
Okay, that is refreshing. And like you said, he's focused. I am a big proponent for student athlete, student being number 1. So it sounds like he's got it together. Cherie, if you had 3 or 4 priorities for your children, with number 1 being the most important, what would they be?
It'd be God, faith, and respect for others.
Oh, I think that's great. And just kindness. We need a kind world. We really do. And respect for each other. That's for sure. Cherie, you are one busy lady. You have a job. You have the other job that is your business, the event planner, and then you have family and home. So you're a busy lady, and you've got a lot of stuff going on with job and your own business, and then the kids and football season. And they cram everything in between August and December with homecoming and holidays, and it's just got to get it all done. So how do you keep it organized?
Well, good thing we have cell phones nowadays, but I still do the old way with the Post-it notes on the walls, the mirrors in the bathroom to keep myself organized and know what my first step and my next step is.
That's great. So the Post-its aren't for the kids, they're for you. Yeah. I think that's so important. And you know what? I have the old-timey little paper calendar in my purse, and I know I should be using my phone, but it's just easy, and it's written down, and I can find it. So cooking for these boys that are big eaters, any secrets there?
Well, I take out something the night before the thaw out, come home, cook it. Sometime Quincy have probably about half of the football team there. So I cook and tell the boys to come on down. Okay. Let's eat.
You might have one. My grandson, Paul Paris. I don't know. You never know. He's a big boy. Food, and he's got the antennas out now. Women of Fighting Indians football will continue right after this.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. GCVero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest stone. Visit us at GCVero.com.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
The Fighting Indians Halftime Show is brought to you by Genesis Church. Once again, Bobby Paris.
Welcome back. I'm Bobby Paris as we continue with Women of Fighting Indians football. My guest this evening is the lovely Cherie Smith. She's the mom to Quincy Rogers, number 2, our running back for our Fighting Indians. 5'9", 170 pounds. And welcome, Cherie.
Hello.
Since this is about you, Cherie, tell us about yourself.
Well, I work at Somerset House. I'm an activities director there. I'm also an event planner, all in one event. And I also here from Vero Beach, Florida, born and raised.
Okay, Cherie, in a perfect world, if you could have a Cherie day, nobody else's agenda, what would you like to do?
I'll start off with shopping, and then the ending of the day, relaxing on the beach with palm trees underneath the shade.
I think that sounds like a super plan. It sounds like my kind of day. Well, good luck. Maybe that'll happen pretty soon. If you were going to give advice to the mom of a high school athlete, what would that be?
I'll say make sure your son have a strong head on his shoulders, and most of all, stay in their business. Stay in his business because his business is your business. So stay in his business.
That's great parenting advice. And I'll tell you, there's plenty of times to be their friend when they're out, but they need you as a parent right now. And I think that is your business to get into their business. Good job. I'd like to hear that. So, any colleges Quincy's looking at?
He has a couple that he's looking at, but he would love to stay in Florida.
Okay. That's good. And scholarship is really important. That's too. Okay, Cherie, who would you like to give a shout out to?
I would say my whole entire family because they are the backbones and just love them to death. So shout out to my family. Love you guys.
Okay, that's awesome. And you know what? What would we do without our families? They're great support. That really is. I tell you, and I have to give kudos to our booster club. Boy, they feed these boys every day and it's good food. And then they have that wonderful breakfast on Friday morning, which is FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Gets them off to a good positive start, and it's a big breakfast. So I hope he takes advantage of that. But and they have great speakers for that too. So what do you have to say about that?
I say that's a lovely, lovely what they do for the kids, and 5 stars, and keep on doing it. We're praying.
That's it. And I'm telling you, I don't know any other high school that does that treats their athletes the way that we do. They absolutely do a great job. Cherie, it's been a pleasure to get to know you again and learn a little bit more about you and your family and where Brian is, and everybody's doing great. We are looking forward to a great season, and we are looking forward to Quincy, number 2, helping us with that season. And so you will be in the stands as well as we will, but you'll be out there loud and proud. So we end this by saying,
Go Fighting Indians!
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at GCVero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest heart of stone. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Perkins Pharmacy in Vero Beach is glad to be a supporter of Christian FM and to help put Fighting Indians football on the radio. Owner Edwin Perkins and his staff are all big fans of the Fighting Indians, and they hope Coach Jankowski and the team have the right prescription for another winning season. Perkins Pharmacy is on State Road 60, right across the street from KFC. Their phone is 978-6470.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show. Roy Bell Grading Services is locally owned and operated, providing services to this area for over 37 years. Roy Bell Grading Services offers services such as land clearing, grading, laser grading, and complete site work.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell. My family and I support Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. Go Indians!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559.
The Fighting Indians Halftime Show is brought to you by Genesis Church. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Welcome back to the Citrus Bowl in Bailey Livings Field. It is halftime. Vero Beach with a commanding lead, 47-6. That first quarter, Gary, I didn't think it was ever going to get over with. But
almost an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Almost an hour on that. That was a great quarter. It even at that time, South Fork had a couple nice little drives going in there. They scored a touchdown. But Vero their dominance took over there in the first half. And now they're playing everybody. But, boy, they just look sharp. They executed well. Jacobs is the real deal. You got Woolard is having another one of those good games like he did last week. And Tyler Aronson is really throwing the ball sharp, looking good. Guys are doing everything. And how about Nate Gwynn? Nate Gwynn had a great first half.
He's having a great game. And so let's take a look at those numbers. And we have your Durfee's Heating and Cooling first half stats. On the ground, it was just only 7 yards. So they didn't do a lot of running in that first half. It was mostly passing, with those little screens and then going downfield. So Tyler Aronson on the night, 11 of 13 for 208 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jake Whiteley is 8 of 10 for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, we only got 7 yards, like I said. Quincy Rogers leading the way with 3 carries and 10 yards. Receiving-wise, Jacobs has got 5 for 128 and 2 scores. Woolard's got 2 for 24. Gwynn's got 3 for 45. As Gary said, he's had a great first half, and good to see him catching the ball and making some plays. Smith's got 2 for 72 and a score. And along with Chance Taylor, who had that one catch for 43 yards and a score. So 11 first downs for the Indians. 7 penalties in the night so far for the Fighting Indians for, let's see, what do we got, about 55 yards here. That would be probably the one thing that I guarantee a coach is going to point out to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you had some great drives going, and you had some holding calls. You would have more than what we have in rushing 7 yards if you didn't have all the penalty calls, because there's a couple great runs that got brought back by Quincy Rogers, Paul, in that first half because of some holding calls.
Yeah, for the South Fork Bulldogs, as you would imagine, with only 6 points, there's really not a lot of numbers there. They only had 1 first down in the first half of play. Fritz was 3 of 8 for 31 yards and a score. Jefferson on the ground has got 8 carries for 7 yards. So there's just not a lot of numbers there. And for Coach Blatch and his crew, they got a lot of work to do and get ready for next week.
Well, the thing about it is you okay, this game's over with. You start playing for the rest of the season now. You really want to get your guys in there. You'd like to see a nice scoring drive if you can put one together. There are going to be a lot of substitutions put in by Vero Beach. What you're doing now is you're playing for the second half of the season, for this game is the rest of the season. Setting some kind of tempo. Put that first half behind you. If I'm coaching South Fork, I would say, listen, put that first half behind you. Let's go out. and let's play like we're going to play now the rest of the season. That's 0-0. That's what I would say to my players. 0-0. Now let's go out and play football.
Of course, this game could get over pretty quick if they go to the running clock. Now, they have to agree in the third quarter. It's automatic in the fourth quarter as long as we're up by 35. So I would assume they'll probably agree to that just because it's the first game of the year. You don't want to risk an injury for the rest of the season.
I agree, and I'd be surprised if they didn't, Paul.
Yeah. All right, with that, let's take an opportunity, go down to the field, check in with the guys. We start with Ronnie Self. Ron?
Defensively, they're very happy with the way everybody played on defense in that first half there, Paul. So one thing I'd like to comment Coach Amata about is he got his defensive guys together, especially the second team, and he went over a couple defensive coverages with the second and third teamers. And he got his first teamers together, and he says, guys, we're a team, so let's go out in this second half. The starters will go out for the first series on defense, and then after that we're going to start substituting. But you guys that are first teamers, you need to be out here and you need to be coaching the second and third teamers because they've put in just as much work as you have, making us be ready for tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Ronnie. Let's turn to the offense. Derek, what did Coach have to say?
If you put a mirror in the offensive room and the defensive room, it would essentially reflect the same thing. Coach Jay, Coach Harris both talking about being engaged. This is a four-quarter game. It's not a two-quarter game. You encourage your teammates. You lifted weights together. You were in spring practice together. You encourage each other together. You're in this together. And so I'm looking forward to the second half and watching some of our younger kids get the opportunity to play while our kids that are normally starters and on the field a good bit, encourage them all the way.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We'll step aside. We'll come back, get ready for the second half of South Fork and your own Vero Beach Fighting Indians. It's halftime, 47-6, the score, Vero Beach leading.
Hi, Derek West here from the Genesis Church of Vero Beach. We are proud supporters of Fighting Indians football and Vero Beach athletics. We invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:15 for our services. If you can't join us in person, please visit us online at gcvero.com. Genesis Church of Vero Beach, place of love where honest men are known and unafraid to love the hardest stone. Visit us at gcvero.com.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
A septic system is only as good as the installation and maintenance. Reliable Septic is the name known along the coast for being the professionals who install and service these systems for both residential and commercial uses. They'll determine the on-site needs and design considerations for a complete wastewater treatment system. Thanks to Reliable Septic Service. 772-562-4242.
This is Vero Beach Fighting Indians football on Christian FM. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
So we were set to get the start of the 2022 season here, and it did get underway. Boy, it was a long first quarter, but I got a feeling we're going to make up for it here in the second half as Vero Beach is up 47-6. I got a feeling that clock's going to move a lot faster here in this second half. Paul Tipton, Gary Paris, Ronnie, Derek, Don, we're all here as we get set for the second half. The season opener is looking very good for Vero Beach. For South Fork, if you're fans of the Bulldogs, never fear. I got a feeling that Coach Blanche is going to work some things out. These guys are going to get things turned around. You don't just, flip the script just like that. You know, you had, I think, 3 wins last year. Look, they'll get this ship righted, and this team will be much better. I got a feeling.
Well, you want to play teams like Vero Beach in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You want to do that because you really want to see how well you play and how well you match up against good talent. This will help them down the road, and that's why Coach scheduled it.
This is going to help them down the road. This is also, and where it will help them down the road, Gary, is this. Look, you've obviously got to play your district schedule. If you can win your district title, you're into the playoffs. If you don't win your district title, then you got to rely on points. Well, guess what? you get some good points by playing a team like Vero Beach.
Absolutely. I mean, you're right, Paul. You get to play one of the better teams in the state of Florida. That's a plus on the column. And the way they got that system work out, don't ask us. We just got to follow it. We'll start seeing points about 2 or 3 weeks down the road.
Kickoff by Lewis. Pooch is fair caught around the 32-yard line. So South Fork will get a shot here to start this third quarter on offense.
And both coaches have agreed to a running clock, so it's off at the races.
We do have a running clock in the second half.
Next week, Vero Beach for week 2 will be hosting Palm Beach Gardens here at the Citrus Bowl.
I can promise you, I believe that game will be a little more competitive than this game.
Game time is at 7 o'clock. Our coverage will begin at 6 p.m. with countdown to kickoff.
Now, 2 different mindsets here. If you're Coach Bland, you're going to play this game at 0-0 the second half. Vero Beach, you're playing like you're up 47-6. You're going to play everybody.
And the play clock got to 0, so a delay of game will push the Bulldogs back 5 yards.
I think that's about 3 or 4 calls they've had with a delay of game. They got 25-second clocks at the field. And to play, you've got to get it in as fast as you can, and you've got to get the players up to the line of scrimmage. And then some of that is part of the struggling. That's you're seeing a disorganized offense at times.
That's the 6th penalty on the offense for the Bulldogs. As a 1st and 15 coming up, Fritz is going to hand off. Jefferson on the edge. A stiff arm will get him a few extra yards, and they'll get the penalty yardage back plus some.
Yeah, Parker Goddard comes up and makes that hit for the Indians from his linebacker position that time, and he, again, a nice little run, though, by the Bulldogs on that play.
Picked up about 7 on that. It'll turn it into a 2nd down and 8 at the 35. 47-6 is the score. Vero Beach on top as we're inside 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Fritz, handoff again. Jefferson, right edge. Collision at about 2-yard, 3-yard gain.
Yeah,
and it's going to turn it into a 3rd down and 5.
That was Wetmiller that came up, Ashton Metwiller, from his position as a defensive back. He came up and made that hit and tackle. So, like Paul said, brings up 3rd and about 5 to go.
Running clock here in the second half. Agreed upon by the coaches as Vero Beach got up in the first half 47-6. 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs. Fritz going to get tackled for a big loss. Wow, what a play.
That's Kamani Messam comes in and makes that hit from his position as a linebacker. And he may have been down on a 4-point stance that time, or 3-point stance, but he's a linebacker. And Messam makes a sack for a tackle for loss.
Loses 10 on that play, actually, and it'll be 4th down and 15. So the punt unit out for the Bulldogs.
Good job for Messam on that. That was a nice play. You like to see guys like that make the big plays.
Snap is there. Low line drive on the punt. Takes a bounce, takes another bounce, and wisely we just get away from it. And it'll roll into Vero Beach territory to about the 38. So Vero Beach will get its first possession of this second half. Jake Whiteley, who had the last 2 possessions for the Indians to finish out the first half, comes back out.
Well, we were under the impression that they might bring out our first team defense, but I think Coach Jay put the squash on that. Said, hey, no. Let's go with our 2nd and 3rd unit.
Twin receivers on either side. Whiteley's going to send receiver in motion. Off the right side.
That was that little shuffle pass
I was about to say, I couldn't tell if he actually flipped it or if he handed it off to him, but
it was close.
Yeah, it was very close.
It basically is supposed to be a shuffle pass.
Yeah, that was Brock that got the carry or reception, however you want to look at it. But it was a loss of a yard. Sure, Brock would just like for us to not count that one at all. Brock on the screen pass. Oh, man, he got hit right at the reception. It is a good thing he held onto the ball. Oh, wow.
I tell you what, you got your blocker up there is a Rojas, Cheeky Rojas, who's a great linebacker. He didn't have a chance. His man blitzed that time, and he tried to get at him, and he went right by him and made a great tackle on that play. That would have been hard for anybody.
So it makes it a 3rd and 15 as we're at 6.5 remaining in the quarter. 47-6 lead for Vero Beach. Whiteley, he's looking, trying to set up a screen, flips it up, nearly intercepted, bounces around off of 2-3 players and falls incomplete.
Wow, there was too much pressure up the front. Now you got a back end line. Your backup line is in, and they looked out of sync there themselves. That was not a very good series for them. And but that pass almost got picked off. If they hadn't collided with each other,
it probably
would have been.
Yeah. So we'll get a punt out here. Punt is away. Ball takes a nice Vero bounce, and will stop around the 31-yard line of South Fork.
Now that was punt was by Mark Hawkins that time. The backup punter does a good job of getting the ball off.
Did a good job.
And a nice punt.
All right, we have reached the third quarter.
And water break in the third quarter here at 5:21 left in the third quarter. Vero's up 47-6.
A family business for 25 years, Total Golf Cart supports the Fighting Indians and their fans. They're the authorized club card dealer and love to assist buyers to find the golf cart that best meets their needs. They offer both new and used club cars. And Total Golf Cart also has a full service department at 1140 South US 1 in Vero Beach or at TotalGolfCart.com.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network, brought to you by Vanland Auto Group.
Welcome back to the Citrus Bowl, Billy Livings Field, Vero Beach. Week 1, hosting South Fork. We're about just a little over halfway through the third quarter, and it's a 47-6 lead for Vero Beach with a running clock. Next week, Vero Beach will host Palm Beach Gardens here at the Citrus Bowl. Game time at 7 p.m. Our coverage, it begins at 6 p.m. with countdown to kickoff. And, oh, by the way, hey, join us this week, Tuesday night at Cap's Pizza and Pub. We'll have our Coach's Corner. Gary, myself, and Coach Jankowski will be there talking about tonight's game and get you set for next week against the Garden Gators. First down and 10. Bad snap, and the ball is loose. But the Bulldogs able to get back on top of it. It'll be a loss back to the 25.
Boy, you can tell you're having a bad night when the ball gets snapped back to the quarterback and the running back, and they're right in between or the low snap, and they barely pick it up for a loss on the play.
Yeah.
Loss of 7 on the play back to the 25-yard line. Where it's going to bring up second down and 17.
That's a tough night.
Yeah, it is.
And as a coach, that's a tough night.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you look for the positive and try to make the second half a positive half.
7-yard loss on that. 2nd and 17. Twin receivers to the left for the Bulldogs. Fritz is looking to throw. Lets it fly. He's got a receiver there, and good job defensively. Wow. That was number 45 for us.
That's Antoine Frederick, I think.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
We had him at running back last week, and now he's over playing a little secondary.
Secondary, yes. He's a sophomore. And, you're right. We saw him running the ball last week, and there he almost made the interception. Frustrated with himself because he thinks he should have had it, but there was a penalty.
Flag, and they're going to decline it, of course.
Illegal procedure on South Fork. The penalty is declined, so the down count.
So it brings up 3rd down and 17. muscle. Maybe Rivers will get another pick six here late in the ball game. We can get a defensive score. And there's a snap over the quarterback's head all the way back to the 11 to cover the ball. Brings up fourth down.
And, a play like that will help put a lot of negative rushing yards on a team. They went backwards on this series. They had, no yards on the first one either, I don't think.
Well, Don's over here used to using the calculator to add yardage. Now he's got to use it for subtraction here. So it will be fourth down and a long way. Punt coming up as Woolard now going to stand on the Bulldog 40, waiting for the punt. From the goal line, punt is away. Good punt. High, takes a Bulldog bounce around the 35-yard line, still rolling down to about the 39.
I think they're going to say he touched it about the 35 or 36-yard line.
I thought so too.
I did too.
All right, so the Vero offensive unit will come back out. And Ryan Hall now at quarterback for Vero Beach.
You got Joey DeLuke. Now, Joey, you got to go to the hash mark there, buddy. He thinks the team thought the ball was at the numbers, and they're going like, whoa, wait a minute, where's the ball going to go?
From the 36 of South Fork. It's first down and 10 for the Indians. Minute 45 and counting left, third quarter. Hall's got four receivers, two on either side, and movement at the line will back us up 5 yards.
Well, you got a lot of new guys in there, Paul.
Yep.
And
they're excited.
Yeah, they are.
They want to get off the ball. And
that's Joey DeLuke at center, and they heard the hand clap, but Joey doesn't have to snap it when the hand claps. He does it his own. When they heard that hand, heard the snap, the clap, they moved.
Handoff, Hillsman, right side. Picks up a couple. Make it second down and probably about 13. As we're inside a minute remaining third quarter, 47-6 lead for Vero Beach.
That is Jonathan Hillsman, who is a ninth grader. Got a lot of talent. There's several ninth graders I would love to have on the JV program, but they're talented. I've got one good ninth grader that I hope they don't bring up.
I tell you what, we're almost done with the quarter here. I'm in the fourth quarter. Let's talk about your game last night with your JV/freshman team.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We'll talk. I enjoyed talking about them.
Got 27 seconds to go here in the quarter. Second down and 12. Ephraim White on the keeper, gets to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up third down, but that's probably going to do it for this quarter as we're inside 10 seconds to go. And the Indians will let the clock run out. So how about that? Fourth quarter coming your way. Third quarter, no real scoring going on. Clock on the run all night for the rest of this game. When we come back, it'll be the fourth quarter. Indians are on the move. Let's see what they can do with the ball when we come back.
The Tripp family, GNC, and the Miracle Mile are crazy about the Vero Beach Fighting Indians and their fans. Joe and his staff have over 2 decades in the supplement business and know all about sports nutrition, along with vitamins, herbs, weight loss, and wellness products. GNC also offers meal replacements and testosterone support and tailors their products to meet individual needs. 562-2450.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
This is Vero Beach Fighting Indians football on Christian FM. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Let's start the fourth quarter on third down and 5 here. And actually, before they can even snap the ball, a penalty comes in, and it's going to mark them back 5 yards. And so third and 5 goes to third and 10.
Let me just say this. You're in a running clock. You're well ahead of the and sometimes you just let the game get out of just go. You don't need to throw a flag for a little twitch. You know what I mean? It's not about a penalty at this stage of the game. It's about trying to get as many reps and get a call for the kids that don't get a chance to play in a running clock because of the running clock.
38 yards, 36 yards.
So from the 36, it's a 3rd down and 10. Hillsman up the gut, gets past the 35 to the 34.
On the carry for the Indians.
Now it's 4th down. And it looks like Ephraim White's going to come back in at quarterback here, replacing Ryan Hall, and see what they can do on a 4th down and 9 from the Bulldog 34. Got twin receivers on the right side, a single to the left. Ephraim on the keeper, left side, turns it upfield, past the 25 to about the 24.
That should be enough.
That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, that should be enough.
All right, GP, last night your team, your JV/freshman team played a game. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we opened up with Okeechobee's JV team and came over, and we got a chance to play everybody last night. It was a great game. I think we won 39-16, and it was a lot of fun. We got to see a lot of kids play, and it was exciting. We saw Dre Jacobs' brother, Jarvis, last night score 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns last night, 1 on special teams and 3 on receiving.
Wow.
He's a very talented athlete. They have a young quarterback, Jackson Gravely, who threw the ball well. Then we had a freshman quarterback, Chase Donnan, threw the ball well last night. Good running game. We had our line. It was Coach Lance Roach is our head coach, and he does a great job of getting everything organized.
Ryan Hall on the pass, just a little high. It falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down. Folks, I got to tell you, what was probably the most fun for me was watching Gary over here calling the plays for the team last night. He was like a kid in a candy store. He's like, I got one over on the right side. I got one over the left side. Oh, I'm loving this.
Well, it was fun.
Did you guys ever run the ball?
Yeah, we did. We ran the ball a few times.
2nd down. Hall's going to hand off. And a power towards the 20-yard line. About a 4-yard gain, and Hillsman on the carry.
Yeah, you might think I like to pass a little, but...
Well, let's just say you were pretty successful with it. I don't blame you for what you did last night. 3rd down coming up for the Indians. They lead 47-6. Coming up, 9 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter on a running clock against South Fork. Ball at the 21-yard line, and it's a 3rd and 5 for Vero Beach. Ephraim White at quarterback. Ephraim hands off. Hillsman off the right side, turns it up the field and gets out of bounds just around the 10-yard line, and it's a Vero 1st.
I tell you what, that is a very talented freshman right there. Very talented. Ephraim White is very talented. You see Hillsman is very talented. And I tell you, this is a bright future for Vero Beach. They really think that in the long run, White could be a really good quarterback. He needs a couple more years of being around the system, and his junior and senior year, he could be dangerous.
Hall hands off Hillsman, cuts up the middle, 5, pushes his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Hillsman.
He got a great line. Did a good job. Joey DeLuke made a nice block at center that time, and then he just kind of powered his way right in behind Joey, and just then he took on that host white shirts. He hit everybody.
Good job by the freshman. 14-yard run. Gets him into the end zone. And Gary's favorite play, the swinging gate, is swinging back closed.
Extra point, number 81, Jesse Lewis.
Thomas set for the hold. puts it down. Lewis gets the ball through the uprights and makes it 54-6 in the fourth.
Since 1980, the Village Beach Market has been that local store on the beach filled with friends that always has something for everyone. And we've been Fighting Indian fans for generations. From fresh baked goods to prepared foods to chef-inspired lunches and dinners, our slogan says it best, simply better. We're online at villagebeachmarket.com.
Jeremiah's Italian Ice loves our Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Jeremiah's offers over 40 flavors of Italian ice and 2 flavors of soft serve ice cream. The showcase of the menu is layering the 2 together for their gelati. Located off State Road 60 in the Marshalls Plaza, Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Live life to the coolest.
No.
So we get set here at the Citrus Bowl where it is 54-6, Vero Beach. And Simsack ready to kick the ball off and will short kick it. It's picked up at the 35-yard line and no return.
Okay, that was an interesting kick. Little pooch kick.
Yeah.
That's all it was, just a little pooch kick.
On the return, number 30, Dion Edwards.
So they'll spot the ball right around, I believe, the 35-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 for South Fork. 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. 54-6 lead. Fritz takes the snap, pressure coming, steps up, and he'll go down. So the defense doing a good job still, putting pressure.
Well, that tells you right there is that you had Marquise Baskin covering someone on that play right there. You had James Williamson picked up his man. Then you look over there and you had I believe that's Mark Bacon, number 15. If that's the playing defense, and he picked up his man. So I mean, with all those guys covered, there's a good chance you're going to take a sack.
2nd and 11. Fritz, handoff. Jefferson working the left side. Turns it up to the 40, 45, and he's got a Bulldog first down.
There you go. That's a cutback there. It was a nice run there by Jefferson as he was able to cut back, Paul. He set everybody up to the outside. He makes a quick cutback, and he's able to knife his way in there because everybody was pursuing to the side.
Next week, week 2 of high school football, Vero Beach hosting Palm Beach Gardens here at the Citrus Bowl. Game time is at 7 p.m. You can find your tickets at ticketspicket.com. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff left side and good push by that defense. Trips up Jefferson in the backfield.
How about Jashawn Hendrick on that play? That's a tackle for a loss. He knocks his man back into him.
Pushed him right
into him and knocked him over. So good job by Hendrick on that play.
Loss on the play makes it 2nd and 16. Down to 3.5 in the fourth quarter. 54-6 the score. Vero Beach has led from the opening possession. Twins receivers to the right side. Play action. Fritz looking for his receiver, and whoa, wow, what a hit coming up from that linebacker spot is McCurry.
McCurry, Jason, that's the second big hit tonight in this game. Wow, brings up third down and about 4 yards to go, but little rollout that time to the right, and he hit the running back, but McCurry was right there. Boom! Came up and made a big hit. Makes it 3rd and long.
Yeah, will only be a 2-yard gain on that play. And it's 3rd and 14 at the Bulldog 42. 2.5 to go. Single receiver on either side.
Better hurry
Play
up.
clock is at 2. And There's
they're going to let it run.
Yeah, they're going to let it run. Good job, guys. Handoff, Jefferson left side, gets to the midfield mark and won't make it to the first down mark. So it's going to be fourth down. Most likely, we'll see Coach Blatch go for it here with inside 2 minutes to go, and it's a fourth down and 5.
49-yard line, fourth down 5.
Yeah,
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah. Get your reps in, Fritz checking the defense, looking it over, waiting for the snap. Going to hand off. Jefferson gets hit in the backfield.
Messam was the first one in there.
Messam really knifed in there and made that tackle. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
And here's where you just go into victory right now and just take your knees and take a knee and put victory. I understand that everybody wants to play, but you don't need to run a play here.
No,
just run a play. They're taking their time to set the ball up, and so they'll make them run one play for sure. Look at the official; he's moving awful slow. He's saying, "Hey, I want me."
Why not?
Yeah, where are we at right now? Where are we at? Okay.
Hopefully they're going to reset the play clock because it's down inside 5 after all of that.
Well, they're going to go to 40 seconds, and then they'll blow it. And now, guess what? The game's over with.
Want to thank HBS Glass for sponsoring this quarter. Thanks to a running clock, we couldn't get to any timeouts, so it made it hard to get to all of our sponsors. I want to thank Rob and the folks there at HBS Glass for sponsoring this fourth quarter and the overtime period, if it ever is needed. Those guys do a great job. We're thankful for their support. That's going to do it for this ball game. As Fighting Indians are going to win 54-6 and go 1-0 on the season. The Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show is coming up next. This is Fighting Indians football.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show. Roy Bell Grading Services is locally owned and operated, providing services to this area for over 37 years. Roy Bell Grading Services offers services such as land clearing, grading, laser grading, and complete site work.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell. My family and I support Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. Go Indians!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559.
Christian FM is proud to welcome a new business coming soon to beautiful downtown Vero Beach, Downtown Dipper. Downtown Dipper is a step back in time to an old school ice cream shop, serving 24 flavors of hand-scooped ice cream, a family-owned and operated ice cream shop. Downtown Dipper, opening soon. Thanks to Downtown Dipper for supporting Christian FM and the Fighting Indians. Cap's Pizza and Pub, a proud sponsor of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM, serving Vero for over 35 years. Cap's offers Italian cuisine, including pizzas, strombolis, calzones, hot and cold subs, plus wings. A family-owned and operated business, John and his staff are happy to serve. Cap's Pizza and Pub, 725 27th Avenue Southwest, Vero Beach, 772-770-2277 or capspizzamenu.com.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians postgame show, presented by Roy Bell Grading Services.
54-6, the final score as Vero Beach wins over South Fork and picks up their first win of the 2022 season. I'm Paul Tipton along with Gary Parris, and welcome to the Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show. And the postgame show is always a whole lot better when you have a win under your belt, Gary.
No doubt about that. That was an impressive one-sided win.
All right. Well, part of the way these Fighting Indians get wins, the players obviously on the field, but it's coaches that help get the game plan ready. And Ronnie Self is standing by with one of our assistant coaches, Teddy Floyd. Ronnie?
Coach Floyd, great ball game tonight by Vero on both sides of the ball. Came out a little bit sluggish and not clicking real well on offense, but the defense stood up there and played a great first half.
Well, they're a great team. First of all, I want to give God the praise and thank everybody at Christian FM. Yes, we came out a little sluggish. Guys trying to get adjusted to the format of the offense. We have been hitting each other for a while, and now it feels good. Even though we had a practice game the other day, getting used to getting the calls and getting the adjustments that Coach wanted to get done. Coach Mata, Coach Bethel, Ray Hall, them guys did a great job of adjustments and making it happen, and we just pulled it together.
We did, and we didn't have those jump off sides penalties tonight, so I know you guys worked on that a lot during the week in practice and stuff like that, but the offense finally got going, and it was another show by our number one receiver.
Yes, man. You know, all praise to God. But these guys came together. They started feeling what and believing in what Coach Jay told us. Yes, we work hard all week long on those get-offs, making sure that they stay on side and be disciplined. And it all came together tonight. For the score, look at them. You know, our hats off to them. They got a pretty good team. But these guys, once they started executing themselves, the game plan, here we are, victorious.
We are, and it was just a great night defensively. Even our second and third team, both offensively and defensively, got to play a lot tonight. So that's always good because you never know when they might have to be used in a regular game throughout the season.
That is true. You know, all experience, it gives us more because, you know, we just keep building on Vero Nation and keep going what we're doing, making sure that we utilize everything. And, you know, these young guys pay attention. It's been pretty hot this week, and trying to keep them focused. They're young guys, but they stay focused and did everything we needed them to do. So I'm very happy.
We are. And one thing that Coach Mata talked to the defensive side of the ball at half was that we're a team and everybody needs to pay attention and all that kind of stuff. But one thing he said to me earlier, you know, that defensively we are a team. We don't have a bunch of players that are out for themselves. They're out for each other, and that's a good thing anytime you got a good football team.
That is true. We don't have any individuals. It's about team. There's no I in team. We're we. And we work together, we play together, we pray together, and we played a good game together. So we continue to do the great things that we needed to do. And, you know, we still got nothing but to build on this legacy and keep moving forward.
We got a big game coming up next week, and we look forward to seeing you back here against Palm Beach Gardens next week.
I am excited. I first want to thank our community for the support, and I want to thank Christian FM. You guys do a great job, and all the prayers that are sent up for us. Thank you guys, and thank everybody. Coach Jay did an awesome job, and we just don't never want to forget the all coaches, Coach Living and all the coaches behind him. Thank him for what we're doing, and look at the legacy we keep building.
All right. Thanks, Coach, and back to you guys.
All right, thank you. That's Coach Teddy Floyd, one of our assistant coaches, works with that defensive line along with Coach Randy Bethel as the Fighting Indians get a win tonight, 54-6. And Gary, you know, when you get to the second half and it's a running clock, I mean, obviously the game goes along pretty quick. You feel for the kids, your second and third teamers, because they just won't get the same number of reps because the clock's moving so fast.
Yeah, I ran into a little bit of not wanting that to happen last night in our JV game. We were within a point or two or in the first half of having a running clock the second half, and I really didn't want that. And you say why? But because I want the kids to get the playing time. It means a lot to the young people that are out there.
Sure.
And instead of getting like 7 reps, you might get 14 reps as the game goes on in a regular situation. So it's a big win. You take it.
He's ready.
And you come out. You hope that you get everybody healthy. We have no injuries in this game. It was good to see Quincy. We still got a lot to clean up, Paul. We'll talk about that as the night goes on here.
In the meantime, let's go back down to the field. Derek West is standing by, and he'll present our Scott Sporting Goods Players of the Game. Derek?
Down here with our defensive player of the game, Keyshawn Campbell. Keyshawn, has to make you good looking up there and seeing just the big 6 right there on the scoreboard for South Fork.
Feel pretty good, man. You know, we just came out here to work. Did what we've been doing all week, trying to get it in. That's it.
Absolutely. It looked like they were causing some problems in the first quarter a little bit with some of their tight end passes and stuff like that. And, you know, you kind of switched from a 3-3-5 a little bit, showed a little bit more 4-3 look. Talk about how successful that was to be able to kind of shut them down.
Yeah, we switched to the 4-3 because mostly it's kind of like a wing tee, but they still got the receivers out there. So we need a little bit more pressure on the quarterback. And I already know that all the guards are going to pull. Guard and the tackle are going to pull, so it's going to leave the end open. So we'll be all right, and we could just bring our spur down in 2x5.
Absolutely. Look like we got a big ball game next week. Got Palm Beach Gardens coming to the house to the Citrus Bowl. What do you got to do to be prepared?
Basically just treat it like practice. Don't treat it like anything else. Don't get too hesitant. Don't get too excited. Just treat it like anything else.
Thank you so much. All right, Keyshawn. All right. Now I'm down here with somebody whose brother I've interviewed many times, but now the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? I'm down here with Justin Woolard. Great game tonight. Justin, nothing gave me more pleasure than watch you running for the end zone in the first quarter. Talk about what you saw right there on your punt return.
Well, my punt return team, they're great with setting up the wall for me to get to the outside. So as soon as I caught the ball, I seen the outside lane, I took it, and I just ran for my life.
Also had a pretty good touchdown, looked like on a seamer out there, right there in the second quarter. Just has to make you feel good to watch your offensive line block, watch your quarterback be able to make some right reads. Just feel like you really got in sync this week. I know it was a little bit tough last week in terms of getting in some sync in the first quarter, but it looks like we really improved in that area. You know, sometimes they say that the greatest jump is from the first week to the second week, and looked like you guys were clicking right there, particularly in the second quarter.
Yes, sir. We've been putting in work all throughout the spring, summer, and to see it finally pay off and see us finally click together with the chemistry that we all have, it's just great to see it all come together and for me to score some touchdowns.
Absolutely. How do you focus for Palm Beach Gardens next week? Big ball game coming next week.
I mean, we can't look at it any different. It's a football game. We just go out there, put in the work, and if we put in the work, it's all going to pay off in the end.
One brick, one play, one snap, one practice at a time. Now, the last question, an important question. If your brother Keith's listening tonight, you got any words for him?
I'm coming for your legacy right now.
All right. Thank you. Go join your team.
That's great. Justin Woolard, as some of them like to call him, Little Woolard. And along with Keyshawn Campbell, that's our Scott Sporting Goods players of the game. We'll step aside, but come back for more of the Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show. Roy Bell Grading Services is locally owned and operated, providing services to this area for over 37 years. Roy Bell Grading Services offers services such as land clearing, grading, laser grading, and complete site work.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell. My family and I support Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. Go Indians!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559.
Hi, JW from Barker Air Conditioning. These hot and humid days sure do take a toll on your air conditioning system. Barker Air Conditioning offers our ESA annual or semi-annual maintenance plans to keep things in good working order. Barker Air Conditioning, servicing Indian River County since 1959.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians postgame show, presented by Roy Bell Grading Services.
54-6, the final score. Vero Beach takes care of business with South Fork, and now they're 1-0 to start the new season here for Vero Beach High School football. Paul Pittman along with Gary Paris. Welcome to the Roy Bell Grading Services post-game show. As Vero Beach now can put this one aside, and we'll give you some final stat numbers here in just a moment. But now the attention will turn to the next opponent. That's the most important game, is always your next opponent. And this one's going to be a good one because it's Palm Beach Gardens.
Yeah, Palm Beach Gardens was a playoff team last year. They made it to the playoffs, and they're looking to get back there again this year. They're coming out of that metro district down in Palm Beach County. They're going to be a good competitive team. I look for them to be a lot better than South Fork, trust me. And so does Vero Beach, I'm sure. But Vero plays like they did in that first half. They're going to be tough. I mean, they're only going to get better and better. They got to clean up mistakes, Paul. They got to clean up penalties on the offensive line. They got to clean up on some blocking assignments, and that's just being able to clean up a few of those items as the season progresses. What's good about it is you can have a lot of penalties there in the first half and still score 46-7 points in the first half of a ball game and have a ton of penalties, and you're like, okay, now we can clean that up. We can make this happen here, and as we get down the season, because we got Palm Beach Gardens, then in a few weeks you got to have Palmetto coming into to Vero Beach, and you really going to find out how well and how ready you are.
Oh, absolutely. So let's take a look at the final stat line here, brought to you by Durfee's Heating and Cooling. On the night, on the ground, it's only 56 yards for Vero Beach. Leading rusher was Jonathan Hillsman, 5 carries, 32 yards. Quincy Rogers, good to see him back out on the field, got 3 carries on the night for 10 yards. Ephraim White got 2 carries for 17 yards. Of course, Gene was only in there a little bit tonight, giving Quincy a little more playing time, but he did get a rushing touchdown, so add that one to his total for the season. For Aronson, through the air tonight, in one half of work, it was 11 of 13 for 208 yards and 3 touchdowns. So not a bad night's work.
11 of 13.
Yeah.
That's great.
Whereas Jake Whiteley, he played near the end of the first half and most of the third quarter, even though it was running clock. He was 10 of 13 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Ryan Hall was 0 for 1 on the night. Vondravius Jacobs had 5 catches, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Justin Woolard had 2 for 24 and a touchdown. Gwynn tonight, 3 for 45. Good to see him catching the ball and moving it downfield. Smith had 2 for 72 and a touchdown. So good to see Troy Smith get a touchdown tonight. Chance Taylor, how about that? 1 catch, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Thomas had 3 catches for 6 yards, and Banshoff had 2 for 10 yards. The Indians 13 first downs tonight, but as Gary said, it's going to be the penalties. That's going to be the thing that probably will be talked about maybe the most tomorrow when Coach meets with the team, because they had 9 penalties for a total of 65 yards. And against better teams, that can really hurt you.
Absolutely. It sets the ball back every time you get, instead of getting a 1st and 5, sometimes now you're looking at our 2nd and 5, you're looking at 1st and 15 on some of these plays. And the holding calls, those are 10 yards. That's really hurts. So they got to clean that up.
So Justin Woolard had a 55-yard punt return. In fact, that was the first score of the game tonight. Total offense for the night, 364 yards for the Fighting Indians. They put up 54 points on the night. And they get a win over South Fork, 54-6, and move to 1-0.
Big win. Big win. Good way to start the season off. Again, you like seeing them play. Everybody got in the game. I mean, you and I were trying to keep up with every number, and it's good to see those guys get film on them.
All right, well, that sets the stage. Next week, we've got Palm Beach Gardens coming here. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. Our coverage, it begins at 6 p.m. with countdown to kickoff. Our executive producer of Christian FM Sports is John Hamilton. Our field engineer and director is Kevin Boslaw. Our video director is Jay Kendall. Assistant director is Devin Ingram. Thanks to Keegan Ingram, along with Kenneth Loans, our cameraman tonight, and along with Jacqueline Tipton, our studio engineer. Thanks to Don, Derek, Ronnie, Gary, Bobby. I'm Paul Tipton. Thanks for joining us. As always, we enjoy being with you. And go Indians.